start the stream. Um, I can fix like the title and shit later. Last time on the Rising of Belkzen, orcs.
Come on, dude. You gotta set more excitement.
Orcs attacked Freedom Town.
Yep.
As it was prophesized.
As it was prophesied. And from there, and not only did orcs, but also they had Clipoth.
Yes.
And
They had what?
Bunch of Clipoth.
Are those like the magical beasts we fought?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're outsiders, not magical beasts, but yeah. You learned in the aftermath of the attack from an address from the, from the Priest of Mammon that, the creatures that attacked were, the creatures that, basically, here's what happened. Nygoth, a bunch of Nygoth Clipoth opened the gates with their Warp Wood spell-like ability, because a bunch of them getting together could open a large wooden door, like the gates were. And that allowed the other orcs to storm in. Meanwhile, a couple of Clipoth, the Hydragons, or Hydragians, or whatever it was, came over via the river because they could just swim.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
so after the battle, that we were told, we went to the church.
yeah,
and there was a town meeting, and that bad guy requested to see us, and we decided not to go.
Darby decided to go, and then he stopped.
Darby,
Yes, I did.
Did you go alone?
I went alone just to kind of see what was all about with it. I don't know how invested my character would get into it, but then again, she's conflicted.
Huh. I mean, this guy
have you guys all played it yet?
No. I was waiting for Darby to do that all 2 weeks. And he didn't proceed with that, which I should have prodded him or reminded him or made it clear that I was waiting on him, because I think maybe he thought he was waiting on me.
I kind of thought I implied that I'd be going there, and I was kind of waiting to see what would happen.
Yeah.
Well, if he's going, I'm going.
I was waiting for you to say I go there. Anyways, we can do that now though, cause Kevin's gonna be late anyway. So there's a bunch.
And
of
we have the contract. We have also the contract.
Yeah. I had you make a linguistics check, and I
30.
Yeah. And you won. He made an opposed check, and it wasn't quite that high.
How high was it, if you want?
His was 20. He got a 21. So, but for the thing, he would have beaten you.
Yeah.
But
if I didn't, the scroll of investigative mind. Good thing I got it.
Yeah, using a magic item you found, you were able to determine, and so here's how that contract works. It looks like a nearly interest-free loan. Or it really does look at first glance like an actual interest-free loan. Like it's just, here's some money, and you have to give the same amount of money back to me later, goodness of my heart.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually very cleverly designed to trick you into thinking that, and then surprise you with a couple of hidden fees, and trap you into a spiral of debt from which you will never escape.
Okay.
It is to your wallet what normal infernal contracts are to your soul.
Mm-hmm.
because he is a cleric of Mammon, and Mammon is the archdevil of greed, and so he's a fucking loan shark, basically.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah.
Can we go back to him and alter the contract?
I'm not gonna tell you you can't try. I will say, he's not
now because we don't.
I will no.
There's a small fee involved.
What else? Or no. If you're on to him, he's just not gonna want to deal with you further.
You did say that he has his signature on it already. Maybe we can like alter it or forge it and just sign over it, giving us an advantage.
You could attempt that. If someone else spotted your forgery, it wouldn't work. So you would have to make a linguistics check to do the forgery. And since you're altering an already... I imagine altering an already existing document is probably hard.
Yeah, I assume so.
Because like it's an already existent piece of paper, and so you would have to like scrape the ink off or erase it somehow. And I don't think whiteout has been invented yet.
Yep.
So,
there's
a
spells
spell
that
for
alter
this.
it.
yeah, there are spells. That's true enough. The erase spell is of note, for this purpose.
Okay.
So if you cast the erase spell and then were to find a way to forge his handwriting, you could.
I can't actually. I think Kevin can.
Yeah. Though
can cast that, but I can't.
One other thing I'll say is that while this won't completely remove it, but anyone who's familiar with him, like say the mayor, like the leader of this town, will immediately suspect something is up when they see that there's a signature on a contract that isn't bullshit. That his signature is on a contract that isn't bullshit. Then again, his contracts aren't obviously bullshit, so I actually strike that, because he would just assume that he wasn't picking up on whatever was intended to screw you over.
Okay, so I'm probably just gonna wait for... Or actually, you're the wizard, right, Leon? Drake?
Sorcerer.
I'm a sorcerer.
Okay, a sorcerer can also cast erase.
In principle.
Yeah, that's not going on my list. Fuck that shit.
Oh, you don't have it?
No. I don't cast like that, bro.
Are there any casters in the city who can cast it for me? With a fee, of course.
You'd also have to pay them to be quiet from whatever the mafia is down, because, well,
or, I mean, yes, there would be. You would also need to succeed on a diplomacy check to convince them that... Because if you approach someone, they would basically kind of... If you showed them that contract and were like, hey, fuck with this for me, they'd be like, I'm out of spells for today. I can prepare a new one tomorrow, and then they would kind of move their arm, and they would be like, "Oh, look, I dropped my spell. Look, it's all the way down there. I have to. I'm sorry, I can't bend down these old wizard bones. That you'll just have to find someone else."
He bends down for his spell book and conjures up a calendar that says, "I'm full for the year."
Yeah. He's like, I'm full. I'm total. Like, I'm casting all of these like all of my first level spells every day for a whole year. I'm already contracted to do all these spell casting services for everyone, bro.
Oh shit! I'm double booked on Friday too. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I don't have that many spells that day. I'm gonna have to forge a scroll. But even that requires me to cast the spell, so shit.
Okay, I get it.
You can make a diplomacy check to convince someone.
Yeah. I'm just looking up the.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. What do we have here? If you wanna, we can delay this for a bit while we role play me and Darbo going to the that evil guy.
By the way, you receive 50 GP from the town.
50?
for your healing
Ah.
services.
That's it. Do I get any holy water as a reward as well? Maybe. Okay, take some holy water too.
So there's not a good aligned church in town, but you are free to use, if you have, you can prepare blessed water to make some.
Yeah, but I think blessed water doesn't last infinitely.
Yeah, it
like
does.
holy water.
It makes holy water.
Oh, really?
Blessed water,
then
you spend material components, which you will be able to find appropriate material components for this. You spend material components to turn water into holy water, and those material components are worth the same amount as holy water costs, because good aligned churches sell holy water at cost because they're good aligned.
Okay. So what I have for now, first of all, what's your diplomacy? I mean charisma, Darbo, Serena.
And also, one other thing, you will receive 10 silver pieces in tips as you healed various people. These are mostly peasants, so they don't have much, but that's the equivalent of a 1 GP.
Cool. Oh, that's it, equivalent of 1 GP. That's cool. 55 GP. So, Serena, how good is your charisma?
No, 51.
No. I already have 104.
Okay. Okay.
So, Serena, how good is your charisma?
It's 13. My only social skill that I have ranks in is intimidate, because fucking good does not have to be nice. .exe.
Cool. So before we go to him, I'm gonna cast the Touch of Glory on myself. It's a domain power, and it lasts 3 hours, I think, or maybe an hour. I can't remember.
So you already went to him. We kind of just role played out. If we're talking about the
the
guy
to
himself. Okay.
Yeah, but before going to him, I'm gonna give myself more charisma, basically. It gives me like a +3 to a charisma skill check.
That's fair.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. Well, he's waiting for you. He has had several other people. In fact, the area outside his church is kind of crowded with able-bodied men, because if I will mention, if one thing that happened in the text role play is he offered to forgive debt in exchange for people receiving training from him.
Yep.
And let me see how I described it, because I was particularly proud of what I came up with. It was something like, let's see. A murmur spreads through the crowd as though he had just recanted a promise to devour each and every of the town's firstborn sons. That's one of my greatest achievements as a writer, that sentence.
Yeah, let's go.
That would suck, though, right?
Yeah.
Imagine you already had your firstborn son eaten, and then he does this, and you're like, well, shit.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys, like, he has a sizable majority of the town in the fuck barrel, where this is concerned. So, and you would pick up on this as time went on, like people, like, and again, you saw in the text role play, immediately the two guards start talking about whether or not, one of them is like, I gotta go, bro. This is my only chance. And the other's like, no, you fool! He will use you again! And so,
Yep.
as you head in that direction, yeah, you head in that direction. He sees you and he says, "Ah, thank you very much for coming. First, before we do anything else, I wish to present a gift to you. This was forged by my greatest smith, and I feel you deserve it." And he presents you with the +1 spear.
Ah, we already recorded that and sold it
Yeah.
and all that.
That you recorded. He presents you with the +1. That's how you got it, though. He presented you with that spear.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
He says, "Now, are you interested, perhaps, in joining this militia I'm forming to deal with the newly emergent orcish threat?"
I can't say I am.
We wanted to
about
know
you,
what
Serena?
exactly. We wanted to know what exactly you're offering in terms of training and such.
Well, I'll admit perhaps it would be elementary to you. I have a couple of warriors in my service. That aforementioned smith can actually fight himself. Even I have a decent amount of combat training if you consider my base attack bonus. It's
Okay.
actually... I've come to the point where I can attack a second time each round. This is the truth.
Wow.
Now,
All right.
so I will, of course, train up others. Those who are in debt to the church may earn forgiveness of these debts as their salary. Others, such as yourselves. Well, let's talk about the loan contract I sent you.
Oh yes, these like infernal handcuffs you give us in the form of paper. I start pointing out the bad parts about it.
Anybody watch Supernatural?
Roll sense motive.
1 sec, let me see. It's a +9 / roll 1d20 +9. I haven't made any macros for this game yet, so you're gonna have to take with this. 23.
You sense him souring toward you as you reveal that you have figured him the hell out.
Gotcha, bitch. So what is it you want to talk about again? About this contract?
He smiles, feigning politeness, and he says, "Well, it is said in the Asmodean monograph that those without the wisdom to see a contract for what it is have none to blame for themselves should they sign it. You have shown yourself to have that wisdom.
You mean intelligence, since linguistic is an intelligence check.
I respect you for that.
I receive
My
your
character's going
respect.
to ask: Are you the only Asmodean official around, or do you have anything substantiating you more? Like, I don't know if my character would know this, but would she know whether or not someone like this could hire or train Hell Knights?
Definitely he couldn't. No more than... So, Hell Knights as a whole are not affiliated with the Church of Asmodeus. Hell is their scary mascot. They're not actually on its side.
Yeah. It's just like how lawful the hell is.
Yeah. It's like... So it's kind of like they have as much authority... So, Hell has as much ability to train Hell Knights as... like an actual bear does to train football players for my local team. And he would say, well, first, I am only Asmodean by a step removed. He is, of course, the Lord of Hell, but I directly serve Mammon, the Lord of the Third. He who keeps Hell's vaults.
I am very uncomfortable since I serve Siren Ray. So, like him talking about Hell and all that.
There has been enmity between our masters, but do not forget, Asmodeus has come to the aid of every god in their times of greatest need and given them wise counsel. It was he who conceded to... It was he, if you read the monograph, who conceded to Sarenrae the very world, and spared her life when she came to him in outrage over his first murder.
Okay, let's not talk about religion that much right now, since our problems are mortal problems with the orcs and such.
That they are.
I don't think the gods are gonna help us that much right now.
Well, mine will certainly help me.
Yeah, sure.
You wear garbs, though yours helps yours out quite often.
Let's move along. So, we were discussing the contracts.
I fear there's nothing more to be said about it.
Nothing more to be said about it, indeed. Before that, we were talking about if joining your militia, what are the specific details of it? Joining? How is it going to be recorded? How is it going to be paid for?
Well,
requirements and such.
I'm willing to take anyone able-bodied. I would want you, of course, to stay in Freedom Town. I don't know if you have desires elsewhere, which I don't know that this would apply to Kufoth, but the rest of you do in theory have that one guy who was in the opening cutscene, if you even remember. So in theory, you would want to go back. In theory, you live somewhere in Lastwall.
Yeah.
Yep.
I understand you're from out of town, so that is a lot to ask. I don't begrudge you if it is too much, but if you do find it to your liking, the prospect of staying, well, my militia will of course be on the church's payroll. It will be loyal first and foremost to the church itself.
Mm-hmm. What are the rewards? What's the payroll, basically? The paycheck every month, every week, every day?
Well, let me figure that out. Standard asking price for mercenaries of your ability is $12.50 per mission. So...
But I assume we don't have a mission every day.
Yeah,
but we're gonna stay
so,
like armed.
Yeah. So let me do some math. I'll tell you what. I'll make sure I keep you busy. And if I do, I would say 40 gold pieces a day would be worthwhile. If you do the math, that's about 12.50 a month.
So 40 gold a day, and if we take a mission, we get a 250.
No, the assumption is that you'll be doing about a mission a month.
And what are the penalties for desertion? Did you hear me, Poppy? Or
yes,
was
I did. Well, for the others, it is the cessation of debt forgiveness. I suppose I would have to devise something else for you. He gets out his contract pens and paper, and he starts writing something. And he would say, don't wait for me to finish this. How about I contact you in a few days' time?
Can I try to convince him of raising our wages instead of being?
Yeah, you can attempt to.
I really think we are worth more than that now that we have proved our skill. And I'm gonna roll diplomacy. 1d20 plus. Let's see what my diplomacy is. It's a +6. 5, 11. 21. We haven't accepted the contract, but just be on the contract before we sign it.
Yeah, of course you negotiate it before you sign it. That's how it normally goes. Looks, he says, well, I mean, I've done the, I've done the math, for you to receive standard asking price for mercenaries of your skill level every month, you would receive 41 and some GP per day. I suppose if you are not okay with me rounding down as I did, I'd raise it to 41.
50 a day? 50 a day?
41, 6 silver, and 6 copper.
45?
A 7th copper, that's technically rounding up.
42? I really don't want change.
42 is fine then. That's also
42.
technically rounding up.
Fine, whatever. So I raised our wages by 1 GP, guys. Day.
2, technically.
If we accept the contract, that is.
Yes. It shall take me a little bit of time to formulate it.
Okay. Okay, well, thanks you for your time.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Is there anything else you want to say with him, or say to him, or to do in Freedom Town?
I don't think there's anything else.
Think so?
I'm good.
Do you want anything, Leon? Okay, no. I might... Let's see, what is it? I can't remember the spell that we used for that +10. Can you remember it?
It wasn't
Poppy?
a spell. It was, at least I don't think it was a spell. It was,
It was a scroll, I think.
Yeah, I think it was a wonder. It might have been a slotless wondrous item that was called a scroll. I can look here. What the thing was in his loot. He had a investigative mind scroll.
Investigative mind? That's weird.
It might be that I just wrote that one down differently, and it is. Yeah, it looks like it is a spell. It is a second level sorcerer wizard spell, among other things. It was a wizard, so he would have scribed it. Your mind is able to correlate information effectively. When attempting an appraise, knowledge, linguistics, or spellcraft check, you can roll twice and take the higher result. If you have an ability,
there was another spell that gives you just a flat bonus on like a linguistic check. Because that's how we managed to get it. And I remember it.
Yeah, I remember that too. It might be that we could have done it wrong. He had Fox's Cunning, Owl's Wisdom, Eagle's Splendor. He had a Scroll of Erase. He had a Scroll of Identify. Maybe that was it. Hold on.
No, Identify is just a spellcraft check.
Okay, in that case, Interrogation, Command Undead, Investigative Mind, Comprehend Languages. That's all he had. I think that we just played it wrong.
God
and
damn
it was
it!
supposed to be roll twice and take the higher result.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't.
I think I mixed up Identify and Investigative Mind.
Yeah.
So I put because Identify gives you a +10 to spellcraft, so I mixed them up. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. But it's fine. But yeah, you could do it. You can use Investigative Mind again if you prepare stuff and do stuff, and get stuff for it. But that's. In the meantime, you could travel. You could attempt to get back to. There's a couple ways you could try to get back to Last Wall. You could go through Ustalov, or you could go through Belkzen. Is basically what it is.
Is there any way going through Vigil, or what's its name? The town that is like the capital.
You could certainly.
Last one.
You can certainly, yeah. In fact, Vigil would probably be, or well, you didn't start in Vigil, but I'll go ahead and mention. I'll go ahead and say this. Once you get back to the headquarters and you get back to that summoner guy from the opening scene, if you guys even remember, because it's been so long. Do you guys remember?
Summoner guy
from the opening scene.
I think so.
Okay.
I haven't watched previous streams, so no.
Oh. You mean from like our first episode here?
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy.
It's opening scene for a reason.
Well, opening scene episode, blah, but yeah. Holy shit, we haven't talked to that guy. We need to go find him.
So you go back to the place where you had initially met, unless there's somewhere else you want to look for him.
So where did we go now? To Last Wall?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm genuinely not sure which town in Last Wall. You're close to you're close to the border. In fact, I think you're actually on the border. And so and this is a town of substantial size. Going there, you would see a couple of shops in the area you're in. One of them is is mercenary and you see it's mercenary services. It's like a wooden sign, and at the bottom of it, like the lower half of it says nightly services, and the top has been left blank for a name. Next to it, in a shop which you guys who have been here before would remember was actually for sale, is a shop that offers healing services.
Let's go. Could I be able to detect like what kind of healing services? Are they like a cleric? Or is he like just a potion brewer who does cure light wounds?
You could go inside to find out.
For some reason, I feel like you just described a massage parlor.
Okay, let's go inside, guys.
Yes.
Very interested in the healing arts.
You're greeted by a woman in like who's like maybe in her earliest 20s, and by a youngish child like 13, like 12 to 14 maybe, who both of whom should be familiar to you. The woman was your first client from that original mission, and the boy is the one kid who you rescued who if I don't know if you remember or if you picked up on at the time, he was actually a high level oracle.
I thought the kid was dead, but okay, that's awesome.
Did he get? I don't remember him dying.
I remember him being tortured, then we got captured, and then we escaped. I don't recall the kid, though.
Every slave escaped with you.
Well, cool.
So, yeah, and I feel like I remember him being there. In any case.
We ring the bell of the door as we like go inside.
Yeah. They say, "Oh, hello," and then they see you two. He's like, and she's like, "Oh, hello. It's good to see you again. Thank you so much for rescuing my brother." She walks up and she shakes your hands furiously.
All right. I shake her hand, the hand as well, and say, "I'm glad to see you as well."
Good, good. Well, have you come in simply to? Have you come in because you heard we'd moved in here, or did you need something?
We are looking for supplies right now.
I see.
What about you guys? Do you need anything?
Let me check if he actually had crafting stuff. Because I'm very sorry, we don't actually sell we don't actually sell potions and such. My brother is working on learning to make them, but he's not quite there yet, sadly.
So you heal directly?
Yes. That and any other spellcasting services he's capable of. He knows a few others. He can send a message for you.
That's cool.
So he has basically, like I said, he's an 8th level oracle of life. He is an over specialized healer. He has so he has all of the cure spells, obviously. He has lesser and adjectiveless restoration. He has diagnose disease, remove sickness, remove fear, death watch, liberating command, lesser restoration, levitate, minor image, status, shield other, which he's not willing to cast that on you because that involves him taking hit point damage. Remove paralysis, neutralize poison, cure serious wounds, remove blindness, deafness, remove disease, sending, restoration, and cure critical.
There's like a menu board with all this on it or something?
As a matter of fact, yes. His spell list is on there. Is on a little menu board. And there are some wares in the shop, but they're like spell components. Not actual potions and such.
Yep.
Am I lagging or something?
I don't know. You haven't been saying much.
That sucks. Well, so they don't sell stuff. They just heal directly for now.
Yeah, until he turns level 9 and can pick up Brew Potion.
Cool.
Because he currently has a bunch of other ones. Like I said, he also can make heal checks. He has I think it would be a plus some number higher than 10. Because he has skill, focus, heal. He would have 8 ranks, and it would be a class skill. So yeah.
This is a decent town, right? It's got a bunch of foot traffic out in front of the business, yeah?
Yeah, there's foot traffic outside.
Okay. Turn toward the party and pull chalkboard, invest in this business, ?
I think so.
Yeah, I know. Healing is always needed, especially in a country like Belkzen. Combat is the essence. What town are we in?
You're in a border town in Last Wall that I have not named because I'm not sure.
We should.
Is Vigil a border town?
No, Vigil is considerably farther in. I'll tell you what, I'll check if there's a really good candidate in the Inner Sea World Guide, and if not, I'll begin the process of making up which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, how much money do we all have? I have 150.
I'm in the mood to chuck in about 1,000 so that they don't have to worry about bills for a while.
Let's go. Let me look up investment rules.
There are no investment rules.
I don't think there are any.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are. Oh my god, they are.
Yeah, there's in the extra rules section.
Investments mechanics. When a PC decides to invest, ask the player how much money the PC provides for the investment. This is the seed money and has a direct effect on how much money the investment earns each year. It's yearly, by the way, Leon. Just so you know.
Yeah, I would expect it to be.
Okay. A GM can use table investment reward as a general guideline for how much an investment is likely to return.
I will.
The GM can modify these percentages to reflect particular of the campaign.
Let's do the thing and then have him read it over in his free time.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
It will otherwise take forever.
Yeah. What I will say is that yeah, I think what I'll do is I will over the course I will reduce the time scale and reduce the rewards comparatively because this campaign is going to be over in a year.
Mhm.
Okie dokie. Just say I just brought it up so you can know there are rules
Right.
for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I believe I
it's
see them
definitely
now.
good to know.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they're like laid out and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, something goes on the chalkboard to the extent of money to help your business pay back eventually. Keep up the good
No,
work.
just exactly an investment. Just saying.
That is what an investment is, yes.
Okay, but you're making it sound like a charity.
So,
Okay.
investments don't always succeed, you know? This is a new business. Anything can happen.
Okay.
I throw 1,000 gold at that.
All right.
Should
She is
cover them for a long time.
So they are both ecstatic at this. Thank you. Thank you very much. This could... There are a great number of things we could do with this. Please consider
Can I
yourself...
maybe
Consider...
sense motive to see if they're
Yes,
or are they just
they're for real.
security issues? Okay.
Please, at all times, consider yourselves entitled to our wares.
We
Right,
won't bother you too much.
I believe in you guys. Got this.
I believe in you too, and that's why I put my 1,000 in as well.
So you put 2K into it? Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's a fair investment if I do say so myself.
Do you guys not want any items to craft?
It's
What?
I've got 4,000.
You act like I don't have another 2,500 on.
Well, why didn't you update your the list of crafting for you guys? You know I have
don't have
craft
enough to
items.
build anything yet.
Long-term
Sure.
goal, not a short-term goal.
Like where you can get a belt of something with those whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
See,
Sure.
here's the thing, right? Is they're a little healing shop, and if they expand, let's keep in mind they also sell some shit. So maybe we can kind of increase our percentage of sales if we put it there, and then they can be the magic and healing shop.
Cool.
Yeah, you're gonna get yeah. You guys have made these people like you. Like I said, they'll offer at so like I said, at this point he'll cast any of his spells on you for free.
Mhm.
Except the like really expensive ones, which
Yeah.
are like more than you have just given him.
Mhm.
Because I think restoration is like a lot. But the others, yeah.
I was mostly considering monetary return anyway, so it's fine.
So, anything else you want to do in there?
It sucks. Holy shit, my internet sucks ass.
I'm
gonna.
quite happy.
All right then. So next door is the other guy.
The summoner guy.
Yep.
Cool.
Nope, kitty.
You go
All
in.
right, let's go to.
Yeah.
Let's go and talk to the summoner.
So, you enter, and sure enough, you find the you find a feminine-looking angel tending the desk, and he looks over, and he sees you, or she sees you, and she's, oh.
Hello there. My character says, really politely.
Hello.
Hi.
And
Oh, sorry.
the other guy
Continue.
basically bursts through the door to the back room. He says, "You guys are back!"
Mm-hmm. Thumbs up.
He goes around the front desk, and he actually, Darby, he actually hugs you.
Back, wholeheartedly.
Finally, I must admit I feared the worst.
Feared the worst about ourselves at one point, considering the crap we were fighting. But I'm glad to see that you've settled yourself in here.
Yes, me and, he says her name, which cursed me I have here, so let me check what it is.
Mhm.
I have not named her, or him. Yes, we've been taking some jobs. I can only assume the same is true of you, true of yourselves.
Indeed. Plentiful and as great as what yours sound, but definitely substantial in the least. Lots of being in harm's way, though, but that's to be expected.
He nods, and he turns to Kufoth, and he says, and who might you be?
I am the replacement for their old cleric. The name is Kufath. Kufath Golden Hand.
Welcome, Kufoth Goldenhand. You are a happy addition to our company. What,
Thank you.
became
So
of...
what kind of shop is this?
Well, it's our office. This is where people come if they want to find us to bring about our nightly services. We aspire to be true Knights of Last Wall, but until we find official recognition, we must accept compensation for our benevolent services.
Has anyone come to find us yet?
Oh, yes. Yes, our friend next door
I
has
look surprised.
spread the word. A friend next door has done much to spread the word about us.
The investment is already paying up.
I suppose you could say. Did, something unfortunate happen to the Other cleric?
Nah, he just left. Like an asshole, I am told.
Oh. That's a shame.
Draws a picture of the cleric, the robot with the long gun, and a shadowy figure with an A on his chest. Crosses them out.
I see.
They're all dead.
That is most unfortunate.
Here it is.
But for those of us who remain, there is an opportunity. You are aware, I presume, of the attack on Freedom Town by the Blood Trail tribe?
We helped in it. How can we miss it? We helped in the defense, of course, not in the attack.
Oh. Then we ought to make haste. There is a... Great, make haste. There's a summons being held to discuss... There's a summons being held to discuss many of the recent events which have occurred, both during and surrounding that attack. I suspect, perhaps, new orders are looking at being promoted to knighthood.
That's interesting. The rising shield shall rise to knighthood.
You named yourselves?
Yeah, we've named ourselves.
Splendid.
Yes, yes.
Shrugs.
I like that one.
Thank you. I thought about it for like 2 minutes. Not about exactly 2 minutes.
I see. Well, let me check if he has teleportation. He cannot. I do have... He pulls something out of his bag and he says, "This here is an object which mostly doesn't exist. It's
Care
from...
to elaborate?
It's from my cousin, one of those older, unusual summoners, the ones whose eidolons are blobs and who can forge wands of greater teleport. Such an object as this."
Do I detect what it is exactly with a detect magic and a spellcraft, or is he gonna tell me?
Yeah, that's what he said. It's a wand of greater teleport.
Oh, okay.
Greater. So the original summoner, was dumb and OP. This guy and all summoners you will find in my games are unchained summoners. And one of the reasons that the original summoner was dumb and OP is that, you know, the items like potions and wands have cutoff levels where you cannot make a wand of Polar Ray because that's too high level of a spell. They won't you cannot make a wand of a spell higher than 4th level. You can't make a potion of a spell higher than 3rd level. Summoners got spells because they only get 6 levels of casting. They wound up they didn't get the spells any sooner, but once they got them, they could craft wands and brew potions of spells that otherwise you couldn't, because they got them at lower levels. For the original summoner, Greater Teleport was a 4th level spell, which was about the same point in the game that other people got it, but allowed them to make a wand of Greater Teleport.
Ah.
Cool.
So, that's what he has. It's from the rare normal summoner.
How many charges? 50?
It is not for you. It's not a loot item.
Yeah, I know, but just ask.
It's mostly full.
Okay.
So 40 something charges.
Yep.
I think it's probably the best. If we're to depart, my understanding is that the meeting is tomorrow. We could... I had intended to use this to travel there. I can bring you along quite easily.
Okay.
Cool.
When shall we depart? Shall
Whenever.
we say here tomorrow morning?
That does seem like it would be the best idea.
Okay.
So, is there anything you do over the course of the day in town?
Rest of the day. Probably just gonna meditate and pray. Let's see. I assume when we go back, we'll get the contract again. Let's see. Okay. No, that's about it.
Yeah, I can't think of anything too important either.
Picks a corner to sleep in.
Just slip in the trash
Just sleep in an alleyway.
next to the trash.
Ain't nobody looking at a lizard in an alleyway. They get bit.
True. Or they turn the lizard into soup. You know, 2 options.
That's why you have a ray of gold.
Indeed. Okay, I guess it's decided. We have.
So they do get bit.
we-
Frostbit!
God damn it, Poppy! I swear to God. I hate you, dude.
I hate myself more. So,
Just teleport us. God damn it.
the night
Any
passes.
soup I am part of will never turn warm.
The night passes without event, and the next day, sure enough, you are teleported to Vigil, where
That's cool.
a great number of knights have actually gathered.
Oh, then I make sure I polished my armor from the past day.
All
Keep
right.
it shining. I have a breastplate, by the way.
Okay. The meeting is led by the I forget the actual name, but he's the leader. He's the head of state of Vigil. He is actually pretty young. He's like my age. I think
14.
Wrong campaign.
Yeah.
Nah, isn't Poppy 14?
No, man, we're all in our late teens, if not mid 20s.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, please stop taking me seriously.
Well,
So,
shit.
I'm just gonna check something. Hold on. Okay, you have 25 HP, so I think it's only fair. You take 9 points of annoying the GM damage.
God damn it! That's the worst top damage.
No, the worst type of damage is voting for Trump damage, which Leon took once.
Isn't that self-inflicted?
No, I would have theoretically took it.
So, it is entirely self-inflicted. You're right, Humam. But,
Please don't discuss voting for Trump right now.
you're doing it right in front of one of the people he'd blow up. So, at Vigil.
Do we have time before the meeting, if by any chance?
Yeah, you'll have a little time in Vigil.
Then I'm gonna go visit my cousin, who took her husband's name. Her name is Susan Kogiro. She's the mother of the character that I play in Leon.
Cool.
You visit your human cousin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roleplay me talking to myself, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. As a dwarf, you visit your human cousin.
Yep.
Dwarf.
My cousin. Yep.
So that happens, and there's this massive meeting of knights there, as I've said. The head of state leads the meeting. He's in like his early 20s. Which is actually, it's from the book. He is a named NPC. I think he's the I want to say he's the Watcher Lord.
Okay.
But in any case, you're kind of ushered into the meeting. It contains a lot of people, a lot of mercenaries. There's the local paladins, including a row of their acolytes. And there's basically like at least some people from like most of the knightly orders throughout Last Wall, and several people from groups that wish to become knightly orders.
Such as ourselves.
Such as yourselves. You are in the very, very back. The Watcher Lord has a wizard next to him who is holding a wand. And as he begins to speak, you see that wizard basically every few minutes is spamming a spell on him.
Can I detect magic on it? Okay, spellcraft.
You can roll spellcraft. You're too far away to detect magic.
+7. Roll 1d20 +7. 19.
So the spell he's casting has two effects. It's boosting his charisma a little bit, but more importantly, it is causing his voice to carry in a way it wouldn't otherwise, to allow people in the back to hear him.
Cool.
Let's go.
Yeah. They're also So,
can you repeat that, Puppy? The last thing?
No.
There's also what?
I stopped talking because it occurred. I was going to say there was a person in the intro, a person as you entered who was available to cast Comprehend Languages, but it occurred to me that wouldn't be necessary. Yeah. Because there wouldn't be anyone there who wouldn't speak Common.
Yep.
So, he thanks you all for gathering here.
By the way, before going into any social meeting, I'm gonna cast Touch of Glory on myself, and it lasts an hour, so it should last us the whole meeting.
Though I will say, you are not really expected to speak.
Yeah, I know, but just in case.
Right.
You don't know
Yeah.
what would happen.
Oh.
It's a social meeting. That's the
Yeah.
whole.
This time of
Okay.
year, the time of the Orcish flood truce, is normally when Orcish attacks are at their lowest. When the tribes are preoccupied, cavorting amongst themselves, doing whatever they do when they are not destroying innocent lives. Many countless things, I must imagine, but these things seem not to have held their interests this year. There's been an attack on the human settlement of Freedom Town. Now, I understand the distaste for that place that many of us have. I understand that many of us might even say good riddance to such a place in our weaker moments, but we must remember, first, that it is a town full of innocence, and second, that if they are willing to that if they attack that place when they otherwise wouldn't, we must accept that they may well attack other places when they otherwise wouldn't.
I nod my head. I assume everybody else also nods.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I've received reports to that effect. As I speak now, Chuanao has been laid siege to by the Skittering Ravager tribe. Roll knowledge, local, or geography.
Let me see if I have any of that. Nope. I do not have local or geography. Nope. Anybody else has it?
No.
Well, that sucks. Can I roll maybe survival?
No. This is to
Okay.
know...
That's fair.
Do you know what? Even if someone roll it untrained, because simply knowing what True Now... and it's True Now, not True Now. Simply knowing
I have a +1 on it because of a trait I have.
Simply knowing what True Now is a low enough DC check that you can make it untrained.
+14.
Alright, so True Now is one of the, is the other human settlement in Belkzen, besides, Freedom Town. It, basically, when the, I think it was the Horde line fell, and the conquered lands were conquered, Last Wall evacuated and abandoned a bunch of its own territory when the orcs were clearly going to take it over so they could fall back and defend a line farther back. And the people of True Now proudly announced, fuck that, we're staying. And they've managed to hold themselves together ever since.
That's weird. I can't see it on the map. What's the name of the city again?
True Now. If you're looking at a map of Belkzen, it should be in the lower left corner, sort of.
I think that's not on the map that I'm looking at. Anyway, just keep going.
It's on the
Sorry, I
one.
interrupted.
It's on the one I have. Anyways, True Now has been laid siege to by the Skittering Ravager tribe. Now that has happened before, though never during the flood truce when they would normally be quite occupied. Furthermore, forces from the Skull Eater tribe have made a nuisance of themselves near Ustilov's Firewatch Peaks. They've not taken the peaks as of yet, but those who head them speculated is their intention. And as he says that, you do notice that there are a couple of people who are clearly representatives from Ustilov's government.
Mm-hmm.
But we are here mostly to discuss the attack on Freedom Town. Our intelligence has informed us a number of things. First, it was perpetrated by the Blood Trail tribe. They had as their allies various abyssal creatures, not any demons. The other ones, Clipoth, the more ancient, mysterious, and terrible creatures from that wretched plane. There were too many for them to have simply been conjured by a single orc. I fear some sort of dark alliance could have occurred.
Indeed.
What's all the more unsettling than that is what if you... There's something more unsettling
Hope
than
you're a
that.
bit robotic to me.
Yeah, you sound normal to me.
Is anybody... Yeah, I'm the one who was being a robot, aren't I?
No, you sound fine.
Not currently.
It sounds normal at the moment.
Yeah. It's fine.
Another
Shit.
tribe of orcs, the Open Barrow, attacked Lastwall's border just yesterday. A few of their members were captured, and here is the actual bad news. Their story is fanciful. I don't believe it, but the fact that there is someone who would tell it is concerning enough. There has been a single orc who, from the beginning of this most recent flood truce, up until this moment, has been recruiting, banding tribes of orcs together in a way that is nearly unprecedented. Three
Too
times,
intelligent for an orc.
3 times in history have a substantial number of the orcs of Belkzen been gathered together. First, when they emerged and took the land. Second, under the Whispering Tyrant. And third, under the
Now?
under a dreadful blue dragon. According to these orcs, according to the orcs we have taken, the individual gathering these tribes together claims to be the very one who perpetrated that first alliance. Belkzen.
Impossible.
The orc, Belkzen. The individual, himself responsible for the orcish conquest of the lands which they have ruled ever since.
Isn't it like 100 years or so? How long ago was that?
So, think like a couple more zeros?
Okay, that makes it even less real.
Yeah, it is rather...
Don't orcs live 2 days or something?
They get to be about 60. But
okay.
yeah, so... And I'll have knowledge history and he will give a brief summary of this. The current year is 47 something teen. It shifts around.
Any other knowledges that can work? Religion, maybe?
Not really.
Okay. Well, that sucks. I don't have it.
I will give you, he will give the crowd, and I will give you, therefore, some timeline information. So, no human met an orc on the surface of Golarion until just under 10,000 years ago, a couple hundred years after Earthfall. See, the dwarves, and you would know this even without a check, most likely. The dwarves, long, long ago, had a prophecy that they got from Torag, which told them that... So the dwarves originally lived in the Darklands, exclusively. There were originally no orcs on the surface. They lived deep underground. Now, they long had a prophecy amongst them that when the earth shook, they were to begin a quest upward toward the surface called the Quest for the Sky.
Hmm.
Now, when Earthfall happened, which is when the Aboleths called down a meteor, the Starstone, to destroy ancient Aslant, that meteor...
And create the astral belt around Earth?
Yes. Yeah. No, the thing is, a meteor is the thing that really could destroy a planet. But, this one didn't. It did, however, cause the planet to shake. And the dwarves noticed that happening, and they were like...
Let's go!
Yep! That's exactly what they were like, let's go! Guess it's that time. And so they went upward, and they kinda, as they went up, they did kinda do a fuck-up, in that they had, just above them, were the orcs, who were also an exclusively Darklands race at this point in time. That's why orcs are light-sensitive and have dark vision, because they come from the Darklands.
Mm-hmm.
And as the dwarves traveled upward, they forced the orcs up ahead of them.
Mm-hmm. That's why we have hatred between the orcs and the dwarves.
Yes, because they've been enemies since before there were even dwarves on the surface of Golarion. And they forced them up ahead of them to the extent that orcs came out first. They actually kinda... So... and I'm looking at the timeline here. They were on the surface around... Belkzen is basically the area where they first emerged, and the dwarves emerged soon after. For about 1,000 years, dwarves did control the area, but some 9,000 years ago, Belkzen conquered... Belkzen did what had at that point never been done before. He brought together all of the chaotic, frantically, constantly fighting orcish tribes and joined them into a single army with which he conquered all of the dwarven settlements around Belkzen. He was the one who unified the area under his own name. And then he seemingly poofed away. It was around the right time for him to die of old age, but accounts of the time can't really agree on what happened to him. Without
Cool.
him to unite them, without the force of his personality to unite them, the tribes immediately fell back into constantly fighting amongst each other, but now there was no one but orcs in the area they were in. And so orcs collectively controlled it, but the tribes were no longer united.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
So someone, has
He's
united...
claiming he is Belkzen.
Yes, someone who is claiming to be Belkzen has done a work uniting a great deal of the orc tribes together. But not more than perhaps 3/5 of them, the Watcher Lord says. For there's another force that must be considered. One which we might be tempted not to see as the primary threat, but which, if we are to be wise, we must understand is equally dangerous.
Just the other alliance of orcs, the one that you pay tribute, and they don't kill you, right? Is that the one he's talking about?
That is basically what he says, yes.
Okay.
Grasskull Death, the head of the Empty Hand tribe, up until these events, the most powerful tribe of orcs in all of Belkzen. He had been taking tributes from Freedom Town in exchange for its protection. It was understood that any orcs who attacked Freedom Town attacked him and his interests. He retaliated, struck back at the Blood Trail tribe, and the alliance under Belkzen, of which it was a part.
So he's the enemy for our enemy right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was his own forces that have already attacked Ustalov, attempting to claim the Firewatch Peaks, we presume, due to their military significance. It must be appreciated the sheer meaning of what he has done. To break the flood truce is not utterly unheard of, but not tolerated by the other orcs. If things were not this way before, his actions have ensured Belkzen is now in a state of open war. One army of orcs against the other. And
us mixed between.
And neither of us, and neither of them seem amicable to us or our interests.
Hmm.
It is necessary, I think, for us to bolster... It is necessary, it should be obvious, for us to bolster up our own defenses. It is my hope to admit a great many into the Knights of Ozem this very day. And to grant official knightly status to many of the goodly mercenary orders which seek it.
If the crowd is gonna cheer a bit, I'm gonna cheer with them.
There's some clapping at that last part, especially from
Yeah,
several such
that's what I'm saying. if everybody's happy, I'm gonna be happy too. But I'm not gonna be the guy who starts clapping.
Yeah. The criterion there are as follows. Your order may be of any size. It must be in good standing with with the state of Lastwall, myself, and the Knights of Ozum. And it must have been active for no less than a single year. And as he says that, you feel your hopes just kind of crush,
yeah.
as though in a sudden gravity well, like a can, like a balloon put in a high pressure thingy. It's just, or like a can put in a high pressure thingy. It's just like,
yeah. Thanks for the visual. Thanks for the visual effects, puppy.
Or when Barney got cut from the election.
Yeah.
Can we not get into that, please?
Oh man.
That's my only political 2 cents that I'm gonna throw in, because
that is the worst thing that happened. Other than the actual result. Anyways, so there are some he will and of all the people, you actually do see 1 or 2 other groups look disappointed when they hear that last bit. And your summoner friend, he's among them. He looks positively deflated. If any groups have been active for less time than that, let them make themselves known to our own government. As time proceeds, they may begin to meet that criteria.
Okay.
And in the meantime, even those who are not officially recognized as knights may work with us.
Yep.
all right.
By the way, have we
So-
delivered the message back to that Hell Knight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you stopped. He was in
Everstand.
no, he was in the one town. He stopped
The one
and,
town. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Just
So
to make sure.
The Watcher Lord says a great number of other things. That was just kind of the broad strokes of what he reveals. Other orc tribe. It's not just been the Blood Trail tribe that seems to have an alliance with Clipoth. The entire Belkzen faction has been fighting alongside Clipoth. As well as those creatures such as the giant insect you yourselves fought resemble certain abyssal vermin from the World Wound. And also from the Keening Hills. The Keening Hills are a place avoided by orcs and knights alike. They're a seemingly pristine land, but dangerous and stalked by dangerous creatures, including Clipoth and Clipoth and giant, intelligent, evil bugs.
As you do.
Yeah. There is no water in the Keening Hills. There is only black water. black water is immensely nourishing. It's it's actually very good at keeping you fed and watered. You need consume nothing but black water to live, and you live quite well.
But
That is the opposite of what I was expecting.
But it is deathly addictive, and should you ever consume it, you will do poorly to consume anything else ever again.
Oh, huh.
wow,
Sounds perfect.
it's like the netherworld fruit from the Greek mythology. Once you eat it, you can't go back to the real world.
I mean, you can leave the Keening Hills so long as you bring a bunch of black water with you.
Yeah,
So yeah, basically you don't want to leave. It is actually, I have its stat block in front of me. It's a drug. It is a major addiction. You do not need to eat or drink while under its. You take a dose of it every 3 hours, and you don't need to eat or drink. The dose of it is not that much, so that's much less in volume than actual like a diet of food.
Yeah.
But you each time take 1d4 points of wisdom damage, and if you attempt to consume anything else, you must succeed at a DC 18 Fortitude saving throw or become nauseated, which I presume involves losing whatever you just tried to eat. And the Keening Hills, again, now the Keening Hills, they are lush. They look like a paradise because all of the plants and animals, they're super healthy because they are drinking this shit. Because that's just what's around.
So wait, does that mean you can't eat the plants either?
Well, if you try to consume, if you've ate black water, then, or if you drank black water, then you can't.
No, but I mean, like, the entire area absorbs this thing. Has it gone through the food chain? Are you fucked if you eat meat from the area or plants from the area?
The process of digestion does remove the effects of the black water. So you could eat like an animal that you killed and butcher. If you went there, found a deer, killed it, brought it home, and cooked it and ate it, so long as there wasn't black water in its stomach that was not digested that you accidentally ate or something like that, it would be fine.
That's a really awesome thing, because that means that you could set up a farm and import water for you, and then all the crops are fucking amazing. Good money for it.
Yeah. You guys want to ditch this mercenary thing?
Could be a farmer.
Nah, we've got. Listen, that's a good long-term plan.
Yeah.
To just do without fucking.
Here's the problem with that. Where are you going to get a bunch of black water? Because it's in the Keening Hills. You're not.
Yes, that's where you put up a farm.
Yeah, seriously. You get pigs and you put them in a farm.
And then they get eaten by the bug monsters.
Well, I mean, you have to hire security and get some fences.
It's a high-level adventuring area. It is. Clip-Off are hardcore, and there's a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree, but like, if you could do it, that would fucking amazing.
It would be amazing if you could find a way to make that work.
Yep.
So, like I said, he says quite a few things. Are there any specific questions you have? Because it's like, even though you wouldn't be able to ask questions, it's likely that he gets to a lot of them. Because, like I said,
I don't have any.
I can't think of any specific.
You can't think at all.
Kobold's probably napping in the corner, not gonna lie.
What's your intelligence? You're a wizard. I mean, a sorcerer.
That's charisma based,
yeah,
by the way.
Sorcerers have charisma.
Yeah.
And what's your charisma, by the way?
16.
Then why weren't you doing social stuff?
why would I want to do social stuff if I could?
Sorcerers don't have a million skill ranks. They're not social skill monkeys.
Okay.
Like
Well,
they
that's
have
okay.
they have bluff as a class skill, and so they kind of can do social stuff a little because they have that charisma. But they're probably not going, like, in any given party, they're hopefully not your authority on diplomacy.
Yeah, the bard is.
Kobold is not sorcerers are not face characters.
Yeah. Even the cleric should probably be better.
Those are social. Those excuse me, classes are social contracts. Please check and privilege. Identify as a paladin.
Well, paladins are the paladins are relatively social. They don't get many skill ranks, and they tend to dump intelligence because it's the stat they need the least. But diplomacy.
Also, they can't lie.
They can't lie, but they often have high diplomacy checks, which is good for a lot for a party face. Other socials are mesmerists are the best liars in the game. Bards are probably the best diplomats in the game.
Actually, if your character in Leon's filler wasn't good at diplomacy, I was gonna pick up a trait of that makes me use my intelligence on diplomacy.
Yeah, and then
so
vigilantes
that just makes me insane.
Truth be told, actually, vigilantes are some of the, in terms of just having one really high check, they're less versatile than bards. But in terms of just, I want the highest fucking diplomacy and or bluff check, vigilantes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because
talking about all this reminds me of some stuff, but I'll let you finish your thought.
Yeah. I don't have anything else to say, so go ahead and say what you want to say, and then we'll continue.
Okay, on the subject of paladins, what do you think about that paladin archetype that drops smite to give inspire courage?
That's really cool.
I'm not aware of it, but yeah, that does sound kind of cool. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Other thing, if I work on excuse me, if I work on archetypes and stuff, homebrew archetypes that hopefully can catch people's attention for when that one more canonical game happens. I'm actually considering making an intelligence-based psychic paladin archetype.
That does sound interesting, a psychic paladin.
Do you want to take 10 or so, see if Kevin hops in?
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, because at this point I'm then going to lead you to your actual adventure.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was going to get back about halfway through, so I don't know if he was going or not. But yeah, I'll be back shortly then.
So take 10?
Yeah, take 10.
Yep.
Peace.
I'll be here when people get back, or if they're still here. I'll just be in here posting an NSFW until people come back. Someone else here with me?
Hello.
Hey, Kev. Everyone's taking a break real quick. Except me. I pretty much already took my break a moment ago.
Okay. I'm not sure if I'm playing today or not. I just got home after driving like 4 or 5 hours. But I figured I'd at least come by to say hi.
Oh, that's a funny comic. You can rewrite DNA on the fly and you're using it to turn people into cat girls. But with tech like that, you could cure cancer. But I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into cat girls.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello.
All right.
How are things?
Good. You might want to watch the stream because basically what's been happening until now is an exposition dump, and you're about to start the actual adventure. Here's the short version. So you recall about Freedom Town that it was under the protection of a group of orcs.
Mm-hmm.
The orcs who attacked it were not the orcs protecting it. They were other orcs.
Mm-hmm.
And this has basically sparked a civil war.
Oh.
So it turns out that the group that attacked Freedom Town was a bunch of orcs who had been gathered together under the banner of someone claiming to be Belkzen, the figure after whom the hold of Belkzen is named.
Okay.
Now, Belkzen, the historical Belkzen, has been dead for thousands of years, so this claim to be him is questionable.
Mm-hmm.
But guy says he is. He's not undead. At least because they captured some people. They got this information from captured orcs. There's no evidence that he's undead. But the and the Graskell Death, the head of the Empty Hand tribe leader of Urgur, the guy who had been protecting Freedom Town, did not take kindly to people attacking his assets, and so retaliated. And he himself has a substantial alliance of orcs, so it's now like I said, it's like a war between two large armies of orcs.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, a bunch of new orders that had been like mercenary orders like you guys are being promoted to knighthood. And among the requirements is that they have been active for 1 year. So, no knighthood for you.
Aw, at least not yet.
Yeah, not yet. And, yeah. You also here I am summarizing it for you. I guess you don't have to watch the stream.
I also watch it.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I didn't miss anything. But
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Rolled
the-
net 10 for my health.
the
Sorry.
woman who you remember the late woman who hired you for your first mission and the boy you saved who was her brother? They have opened up
The Oracle guy?
Yeah. They've opened up a healing shop right next to your mercenary office. And both Leon and Darby made large monetary investments there. I'll let you have done the same if you want. Because there are apparently there are investment rules in Pathfinder.
Yeah, I've looked at the additional rules list for quite some time, and the amount of them is kind of what inspired me to try to take advantage of them when I do my next campaign.
Yeah, though at the same time, looking at it, like it seems to take forever to turn an actual profit. Unless I might be I've not had a chance to read them carefully.
Yeah, it's realistic. I imagine that if you can use some of the other rules that it's meant to probably coincide with, because this is part of Ultimate Campaign.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of overlaps with Ultimate Intrigue. You could potentially combine mechanics from certain things and run like where you're doing investments and stuff as a business in and of itself, and promote economic growth to potentially gain in a year by different amounts of, basically real world politics.
Yeah. What I think I'll do for this campaign, just in order to allow you to actually receive meaningful stuff, is I think what I might do is I might divide the return numbers by 10 and then give you money every month. So just to so instead of once a year, you'll receive stuff like once a month, but you'll receive proportionally less.
Okay.
Just because I'm not sure how long in universe this campaign will last, but I think a year from now you'll be over level 10.
I am back.
And it will be it'll be months from now out of universe. So, yep. Is Leon present?
I don't think so.
He was muted last time. Yeah, he's still muted.
Yep, he's muted.
Okay.
I have ice cream in my hand.
Okay. Oh.
So how's it going, Kevin?
A little worn out, but doing all right. How about you?
Getting everyone's.
That's good.
Everyone update their HP, because I'm gonna copy paste your.
Where are we?
3 still, right?
We're
Yep.
4.
Shift ping.
No,
is
we're
how
level 3.
Yeah, I see it. I thought we were 4.
are. No, we are level 3.
Yeah, you haven't leveled.
I thought we had.
Yeah, this is.
Well, we thought wrong.
Yeah, you were level 2 for the basement and the cave. You were level 3 for this, and you will be level 3 for. You were level 3 for the attack on the city, and you will be level 3 for this mission here. And at the end of this mission, which will probably be next session, you will level.
Okay.
I'll let you keep that 10 though,
Okay.
because yeah,
Thanks.
you have been falling. You are behind.
Yeah, it was the last one, so that evens it out.
Okay. So this mission. How did we get this mission?
So, as you leave the meeting, you'll find outside there are a couple of different people. You sort of leave the meeting. Perhaps your head's hanging a bit. Perhaps feeling a little down about the whole thing about where you didn't get promoted, basically. And from that standpoint, it's some consolation to you that there are, while the new knights kind of stay in to go through ceremony, there are a bunch of people outside who are looking to hire mercenaries.
That's nice.
I'm back.
So
Welcome back. Yeah, go ahead, puppy.
So there are various groups and individuals outside who are looking to hire from this large gathering of knights, some of whom accept money. One whom you perhaps note, and who you actually see, you would perhaps see this, a couple of CA half-orc approach a couple of knights, and you see him, he explains whatever mission he has for them, and they seem very hostile in their reaction. Like, they start shouting. You can't understand what they're saying. You're too far away. And
did they seem hostile because he was a half orc, or did they seem hostile because of the mission itself?
Yes.
That's not an answer.
That is an
It's
answer.
both. It's both, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's both.
Definitely both. Like, each one would have made their attitude unfriendly. The two of them together make their attitude hostile. And the guy goes away, and he seems to have had similar success elsewhere.
Does he approach us?
Yes. He's basically going night order to order, trying to find someone. And he does approach you. Says, "Hello."
Hello.
You are warriors, yes?
We are warriors, not yet knights, but warriors. I like to think we are capable.
Yeah. He nods, and as he speaks, he's speaking common, but he has an orcish accent that half orcs who speak common normally don't have a notable accent. He has an accent as though orc was his native language, and he learned to speak common as an adult.
No worries. I know how to speak orcish anyway.
So, are you looking for work then?
Can't say we aren't. Depends on the job, of course.
I am in quite severe need of help. He takes a deep breath. My name is... My name is Brast. I am not from around here. I am from the Burning Suns tribe.
Hmm.
It's not an immediate... He says, now, I know what you're thinking, but we're not enemies of this country. We wish to... We wish to be helped through the active war zone that Belkzen has become so that we may come here. We have not raided a human settlement in more than a decade. He seems to be telling the truth.
Hmm.
Okay. I nod my head. That is admirable.
Yes. When our chiefess, let me get her name. Our chiefess, Maja Firehair. She received a vision when she was a girl, or not a vision. She was plagued by visions as a girl. A burning angel warned... A burning angel warned her over and over again of the doom of orcish kind should we, as a race, continue to live as we then did and do now.
So she stopped the raids.
She began taking abused members of her tribe under her wing, under her protection. Myself among these. When it came, eventually she overthrew the then chief and made our tribe to convert to the way she thought.
Would I be able to roll knowledge religion to that burning angel?
It's Saren Ray. It's totally Saren
Oh,
Ray.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
In fact,
My lady.
yeah. In fact, he would seeing your garb, he would comment to that effect.
Yeah.
I believe.
My lady back at it. My lady back at it again.
Yeah. I believe you yourself look to serve the very same goddess as us.
Yes, indeed. Please continue.
Faja is, or whatever it was, Maja. Maja is currently quite injured. Once we crusaded against the other tribes, but we were overzealous. We made too many enemies, and now there are but 30 of us. Few of them truly fit to fight. Maja is our most powerful warrior, and she herself is, at the moment, gravely injured. not in body, but in mind, spell was cast on her. We're hiding out at the Battle of Last Hope, and we need help if we're to cross the Orcish wastes. Return south to here, where we may hopefully recover and even aid you in the war effort.
Indeed.
We, of course, can compensate you for helping us. I understand the normal price for a company your size and of your size and of your
Experience,
skill,
expertise. Okay.
your apparent experience is some 1,250 Taldan gold pieces.
That's nice.
Perfect.
Would I be able to step that up, or I'm
You
always
know-
trying to get more of the deal.
Oh, I understand that, but it's likely an underbid anyway because Drake loves being in rags. The least noticed person.
Okay, sure. Well, before accepting, I would like to, I'll tell him we'll go back to him, I guess. Anything else he wants to tell us before that? Because I would like to perform an augury to see if this action is going to be good or bad. If we help them.
Keeping in mind that augury can only see half an hour into the future.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry then.
And
Never
it's
mind.
not always truthful.
Oh, really? Oh.
I
You
think
need
it has
to
a
read
chance
these things.
It has a chance of failing, but I don't think it has a chance of lying.
I was under the impression that it can fail and it can also contact something that, doesn't always tell the truth.
Well, just...
Well, or what it does is it tells you whether something. Yeah, you have a chance of receiving a meaningful reply that has to do with your caster level. If the spell what it does is it says wheel or woe or nothing. Or
Yep.
both. Those are the four possibilities. If it fails, or if the answer really is nothing, you'll get nothing. And there's no way to tell the difference.
You can't tell the difference if it failed or if it...
You cannot...
Like you might hear nothing, and that could mean it's really bad, but your spell sucks. It's really good, or your spell sucks, or it could mean it really just doesn't matter. It's neither good nor bad.
Yeah. Okay, and it only sees into half.
It only sees half an hour into the future.
Okay.
And
Then
so
never mind.
it only judges the immediate consequences. And it is true that
I can ask her
of the deity.
if accepting.
Yeah.
If accepting this contract is going to be good or bad, since we can accept it in half an hour.
Yes, but it will only know about the consequences of accepting it that are to occur in the next half hour.
Yeah, it would tell you if you're going to get a paper cut in the next half hour on the contract. Then it would tell you.
It would say, "Whoa, yeah." It does.
Okay then.
Yeah.
I'm just learning more about the cleric. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there is some variance to it where the ethos of the deity in question can affect the result. A god who is inclined, depending on how the god you're contacting, which is your patron deity, would think of things, that can affect whether you get a weal or a woe result.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how you phrase the question.
Indeed. So let's. I guess can't do.
Are we getting that gold now, or is it at the end of the adventure?
What's that, Kevin?
I thought there was a payment or something.
Certainly there's
Yeah,
a
payment.
payment.
Yeah, the payment is up front or before, after the.
So he's. I would prefer, of course, to defer payment. You'll forgive me, I've had poor experiences with many of these knights here.
It's understandable. If I may ask, what sort of dangers might approach us on our way in this adventure to be more prepared?
Well, the goal is that we should travel from here north across the Kestrel River, north near the Skitter Mounds, and to the Battle of Last Hope. That's where what remains of my tribe are waiting. Roll knowledge, history, or geography to know what the Battle of Last Hope is.
I don't have either.
Okay. Actually, religion would do as well.
Yes, finally. 8. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you don't know what the Battle of Last Hope is.
Okay. That sucks.
Yeah. And no one else has any of those?
Yeah, I'm the only one with knowledges, apparently. Nobody else.
Just him.
And it's only one knowledge.
Okay.
It's despicable.
Does anyone have knowledge engineering? Just curious.
Not a fighter.
I don't have that either.
Okay. All right then. So now, the Skitter Mounds are controlled by the Skittering Ravager tribe. It's my understanding that the bulk of it is laying siege to True now, and we should be able to stay well clear of that, but we may still encounter some of their forces on the way to the battle or on the way back down. There are also... The local fauna is, of course, also dangerous. There are ankhegs in the Skitter Mounds. The Skittering...
So we're fit. Yeah, go ahead.
The Ravagers are... A couple years ago, there was an incident at Skull Hill. The Skittering Ravagers were, many of them, transformed. They're not creatures of immense power. They can be fought and slain, but they were made into... They are somehow between life and death.
Would you call them undead?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Well, so we might face mechanical stuff like constructs and shit. He said, and
where did you
undead?
get that idea?
I don't know. I heard that. I think
you did not. I did.
Oh.
Yeah, you will hear. You will. So you basically the main hazards will be Skittering Ravagers, who you just heard are, at least some of them are undead.
Oh.
And the fauna of the Skitter Mounds, which are gonna be animals, magical beasts.
Okay.
There's there is a bridge. There is a bridge across the Kestrel River. It will take us a little bit west of our destination, but as we'd be avoiding Ghostlight March anyway, Anyway, that shouldn't be an enormous inconvenience. I will accompany you north, and the lot of us will accompany you south.
All right, that'll be good.
Yep. Shall we set out?
The journey you would expect to be, considering the angle, like, basically you will travel northwest and then turn northeast and then southwest and southeast, because you're angling yourself around to avoid Ghostlight Marsh.
Mm-hmm. Naruhodo.
Which it's still, avoiding the swamp makes your journey quicker.
Yeah.
But, so it's about 75 miles both ways.
Mm-hmm. Would we need horses, I assume?
I mean, kind of, sort of, if you want to make good time.
Okay. So is he gonna provide them?
He does have, he has a mount for himself. Your mercenary, the summoner, can provide horses for each of you.
Okay. That's okay. So don't take anything from my money stash.
Yeah, heavy. A horse can travel 40 miles a day, so on horseback it is
That's
actually
2 days.
Yeah, it's only a couple days each way.
Yep. So let's get a horse each, I guess. Set out.
Okay. Do you want to do any shopping in preparation?
I don't think so. I don't even have any money. So.
I mean, if I really, really wanted to, I could spend some stuff right now to get like some little nice goodies. But honestly, I'd rather not waste it now. To be fair, I think is it fair that I'm saving up to get me some really fancy Hell Knight plate if I succeed?
It's not that like unreal.
Yeah, I mean it's fine for you to attempt to purchase objects.
Actually, you know what? One thing before we go. I'm gonna fucking get my rapier enchanted to be +1.
All right.
Okay.
If you have the.
That's gonna cost you 2K.
Indeed, and I have enough for that.
If you have the money.
Let's go. That's one less magic weapon casting.
And you know what? I'm gonna get my
Len?
breastplate enchanted too.
Let's go.
That's gonna be all the thousands, so I'm left with the hundreds.
That's not bad though.
What about you, Landir?
I got plus. I got a amulet. Did I get an amulet now? I know I got my belt of giant strength. And
I don't think you got the amulet of natural armor yet.
No.
I don't know if enough time.
None of my sheet. What else did I put on there? Oh, cloak of resistance. That's the 2 things I got. Yeah. Cloak of resistance +1 and belt of strength +2.
Yeah, those things I did buy for you, but don't you want to like enchant your weapons and shit?
I don't have any more cash. I don't have much cash. I only have 1,400 left.
Okay. I guess.
Yeah, I'm good for now.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna check something for the. Okay.
So that's about it.
So do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have a
I-
cloak of? Do
I'm-
each of you, by the way, have a cloak of resistance, or did none of you buy it?
Nope.
Other than me and Kevin. Cool.
It's only 3rd level. Still waiting on some major stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you really shouldn't do much stuff until like 4th or 5th, and you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
Well,
making
let's.
sure, 'cause I'm just making
Yeah,
sure
two
I got
magic-
this guy's stat block correct.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah, 2 magic items at 3rd is not bad at all.
yeah, that looks good. So just because this guy is going to accompany you, and while most of the Burning Suns are non-combatants, he is not, because he is the one they sent. So I'm just making sure I have it.
So we have an ally. Nice.
Yes, he is not intended to be an enormous boon to you.
Of course.
He is weaker than you guys are, but not by so much that he is not a contribution, that he is not capable of contributing.
Yep.
He is an actual full-blooded orc. Actually no, he is actually a half orc. Or yeah, he would be a half orc. So let me get a stat block that's a half orc instead of an orc. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is a good one. We will swap those, and we're good. With
How's your vacation, Kevin?
It was like a vacation, and then I went right into a work trip as 2 separate things, and it was all right. I'm like extremely introverted, so just dealing with people all the time is just draining for me.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was fun for. There was definitely some highlight points that were like really fun, but overall, I just feel like really drained, and I have a little inner ear thing. It's not huge, but we went on a powerboat, and he was doing like all the powerboat like shit where you go around
Yep.
fast and tight turns and all that, and it doesn't usually affect me that bad at all. But after that, I was just spinning like my center was not. I couldn't center my balance, if that makes sense. If you've ever had that kind of thing, but for like a day, and it's still affecting me now a little bit.
all right. Got it.
Okay.
So, you're able to get out of the gates of Lastwall pretty easily for mercenary work. So you would then head north up toward the Kestrel River. And as he's going, he would answer any other questions you had about him or his tribe, and after about halfway through the first day, perhaps, you come to the Kestrel River. By sticking west this far, sort of, you've avoided any skittering ravagers. When you come to the Kestrel River itself, you see that there is, in fact, a bridge there. And he says, "This bridge is rather old. It's from rather old. It was built by Knights of Lastwall before these lands were the conquered lands, and It has been unmaintained. Fortunately, on my journey down here, I found it quite intact. He says, noticing the 10-foot piece missing from the middle of it.
How wide is the river exactly?
The river is quite wide. It is a not fucking around river. The gap in the bridge is 10 feet.
10 feet? That's not too bad.
So, the way it works is basically the bridge is stone built into a metal frame.
Oh, okay.
It was dwarves. So that metal part of it is sort of still there as like a rim around the sides. So you can get across by kind of just skipping your way across like that with an acrobatics check.
That's a no-no.
Do you have rope and grappling hook with you?
We do have ropes.
Do you have grappling hooks?
I don't think so. Is there such a thing as a grappling hook?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I didn't buy it.
It's one of those sort of always buy type items.
Would you allow me to have bought it? I actually didn't know such a thing existed in Pathfinder at all.
I'm gonna get a wisdom check.
Okay. I'm good at those. 1d20 plus 5. 22.
Yeah, I'll allow you to have bought a grappling hook.
How much is it exactly?
1 GP or 1,001 for it to be made of mithril.
Okay, I'm gonna take the normal one.
Yeah. The mithril one is really not worth it.
Why would anyone buy that?
I do recommend the mithril waffle iron. That's always a good thing to pick up.
I think there is a mithril.
It exists. A mithril waffle iron is a statted item.
God damn it! Why?
There's a mithril cooking pan, I think, too.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Okay, so I removed 1 GP from thing.
Okay.
So can I do a perception to see if there's anything lurking under the bridge, any traps, anything like such a thing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give myself guidance, which is a +1, and it's a 30.
You don't see anything. Looking for around.
Okay. So let's throw the grappling hook. How is that gonna work?
So, there's nothing on the surface of the bridge to grapple onto, but as I said, it's a remarkable, like it's of dwarven construction, so it's like reminiscent of like a modern steel frame type bridge. Like it's not actually, but it has that same thing where there's a metal support structure on the sides, that has those steel bars. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And so you could get the grappling hook onto that, grapple onto one of those. You need the attack roll will be against 10 instead of 5, which is what it would be to target a square.
We can just take 20 on it because we can just retake the rope.
Yeah.
After throwing it. So let's just assume we did it.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So you have a grappling hook that's attached on that one side. You have a rope that's attached on that one side by a grappling hook. Now, how are you going to use it to get across?
So I'm gonna take another rope, tie it around myself, and then tie it to the main rope, and try to walk through this like framework that was there, that metal framework. I would very much rather be like in the middle of the people who are gonna cross it, not the last or not the first.
Okay.
That's okay. Would that work? And how much would that allow me to take off my penalty?
None.
how
What
much
it would do is catch you if you fell.
Okay. I am gonna Landier, could you carry my
That said,
armor for me?
are you sure you mean that there should be 100 feet of rope?
100's a lot.
Yeah.
Usually it's 50,
Do you
right?
think maybe you just want to attach the rope to the other end of the grappling hook rope to yourself? Maybe even most of the way up?
I never said 100 feet of rope, so...
You said you had one rope. A rope is 50 feet long in Pathfinder.
Well, you can cut it.
Yeah.
There's
So
something
how
called
much
knife.
rope? Okay, how much rope is...
It's a 10 feet like gap, right? Like take a 20 feet, I guess, of rope and just throw it, and then take the rest of the 30 feet. Give yourself like a 5 feet rope, tie it around yourself, around your waist. Give yourself like a tie, like a knot. I can't remember the name of the knot.
All right.
If you want, I can give you a survival check for it. So I assume that's how it works.
Yeah,
Okay.
survival check would be lovely to see if you can...
I'll give myself guidance so I can 18.
Yeah, I'd say that would allow you to successfully tie the knot to yourself.
Okay, I'll give it to everyone. I'll tie it around everyone. And Landier, since you're like the tough guy, could you be able to like maybe carry my armor for me across?
Carry your armor for you?
Yeah, just across.
I don't think that's something I would... sure, I'll do that.
That's your own problem.
No, I'm just joking. Yeah, that's no problem. I mean,
Okay.
I would have no problem carrying that. I have a 133-pound light load, so it's no biggie.
Okay. So do we? Who's gonna go across first? I'll cast guidance on whoever's trying.
So I'm gonna nix the guidance there because it's gonna take more than one round, and you're not gonna be there to spam it.
Yep.
Well, I can give it for once, and they can try to that. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's your call.
So is this climb?
It's an acrobatic.
I will accept climb as well. I will accept your choice of those two skills.
+6. 12 climb. 13. Sorry.
So you sort of grab onto the metal bar, to the metal on the side, and you sort of start to shimmy your way across, and you slip, but you catch yourself, and make the check again.
Okay.
That one you are able to get yourself across, yes.
Okay, so I'm on the other side?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. And I'll leave a space for people to show up and then also help them, as they come across.
All right.
Do I still need to make this check? I have a climb speed.
If you have a climb speed, I will allow you to just... Well, technically what the climb speed does is give you a +8 bonus. So yes,
and you can take 10. And you can take 10.
Yeah, so what would you get taking 10?
Okay, taking 10, let me see this. I'd be getting 15.
Keeping in mind that
and
your
+8.
That's with
Yeah, because his armor check penalty is still, I assume, being an asshole.
Yes,
and existing.
it is. Okay, so do you want me to break down the numbers? Because I did put that penalty in with it.
I really, truly don't.
All right. Okay, yeah, it's 15 in total.
Okay. So... I'm just gonna say you feel like that's probably like just enough, so you can you can shimmy across.
Okay. Okay.
Next.
I suppose that'll be me with a +4. 17.
Yeah, you make it across.
How many rounds did it take them to go across?
I'm gonna say, considering the speed at which they have to go to do it like safely, it probably takes 3 to 5 rounds.
So I guess it's like 5 minutes if I take 20.
What you'll do is since you
No.
you have to
Could
we have to
not take 20.
There is no 20 taking.
no. What he's
Fine.
gonna do is he can untie the rope from the other side, tie it around himself, and I just haul him in.
Mm.
If you would allow that, yeah, sure.
So here's what would happen then. He's there. You bring him. He will come to the edge of the cliff. He will fall. You have to make a strength check to continue to hold the rope, and then you can pull him back up.
You can tie the rope from the other side. I mean, from his side, so that even the strength check is only to pull me up. But
Right.
failing it
So-
won't let me fall into the river.
The grapple will still remain in place, and I will.
Yeah,
just
you can
do
tie it. You can tie it over there to make it more secure, certainly.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 So 9 strength check.
So
God damn it.
I'm not.
The physically disabled cleric is good.
So
I'll let you dangle. I'll
Yeah.
dangle you for a while.
So what that does is
I'm gonna try to climb myself. So it's like his pulling me up, I'm climbing as well.
yeah, you can make. I'll let you make a climb check, because if it's it's still well secured to the other side, so you don't fall into the river. So in your climbing, you go up, and some jerking of the rope that you do accidentally dislodges the grappling hook. Now,
Oh no!
you
Damn it.
had said you had secured it with you had tied it on there in addition. So whoever did
Yeah.
that needs to make a survival check.
I did just show them how to tie a really good knot, so maybe they get a
Survival
bonus.
check.
Who tied that? Who has the best survival? Other than
Not
me,
it.
of course.
I got +1.
Does me showing them how to tie a really good knot give
No.
them a bonus?
Okay, if no one else, I got give me the +1. I'll roll it.
God damn it.
Hope for good rolls, or her mom dies. That's
Yes.
Yeah, it's good enough that the knot catches him and he doesn't fall into the river.
bad. Okay.
Yay. God damn it. The physically
Lower.
disabled.
8 strength check.
And then you take the rope and you pull and nothing, and you're just like, "Ugh," and then you fart.
Oh my god, these rolls.
So,
oh my god!
at what point do we need to worry about the rope shearing from all the
So-
movement?
At the point where a lot of it has happened.
Because
So-
there's just some kind of person flailing.
I'm not that heavy.
I
Probably.
don't know. Rope has pretty high hardness and hit points. I'm not too
Yeah.
worried about that. So, with that, I do actually see buried in there is a 15 climb check,
Yep.
which is good enough.
Ah, finally. Uh, having a physically disabled character.
His disability isn't physical; it's dice.
Yeah,
He
those
is-
are
No,
bad
no, no.
rolls
I
there.
have a -2 on my climb. I have
He is-
7 strength.
I was just gonna say he's
That's not.
he is dicically challenged.
Yeah. He has dyslexia.
Oh god,
I'm so sorry.
that was bad.
I would have said there's a clerical error in his skills, but
Oh.
too.
Ha 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 ha.
Okay. So Darbo's gonna go to the bathroom. So if
We
there's
will-
nothing,
Yeah, we will continue on.
we will wait. I thank Landier for his help.
Quote unquote.
God
So-
damn it! How many times is that gonna happen?
Well, you are going to have to cross back over this river on the way back down.
Shit.
What's your acrobatics bonus?
It's 0. If I don't
Okay.
have my armor.
Yeah, you're probably better off just trying to jump it next time.
If
Yeah,
I
that
have my
makes a
armor,
good point.
If I have my armor, it's -5.
Yeah, but next time it would have been better if you just jumped it with the rope attached to you. It would have possibly been, at least possibly been a better way to go. I thought of that too late though.
So,
So I put my armor back on and that.
alright. Now, on the other side of the bridge, there is a shed. Or I say a shed. Like it's that's from a previous draft of this adventure. It is basically like a small keep that had been on this side of the river. There was sort of the ruins of one on your side, but there was really nothing of interest left to it. But this one has firstly has enough structure to it for you to sleep in. And second, does actually have a fair amount of stuff inside for you to loot.
Here's my perception check if you want.
Okay. And
Oh, nat 20.
so, and there's all kinds of incidental bits and baubles all throughout the castle. I say it's too small to be a castle, but it's too. But there is a little prison area, and in it you will find still basically intact 40 manacles and 40 average locks.
Are these average manacles as well? Not masterwork?
They're not masterwork.
Oh, okay. Are you writing it down, Kevin?
How many? I mean, we're not gonna. The sell price is pretty minimal for those. How many of those do you want to keep for just purposes of having?
The
We
sell
have a
price-
handy haversack.
so
We can take all of them.
I guess yeah.
It's in.
They're
I mean,
good.
Yeah.
I'll
sell-
look up manacle. It's 15 GP price.
Yeah.
Common.
All right, I'm back.
The sell
manacles.
price is minimal for any given of them. It's quite high for all of them together.
So like 5 GP each.
10
10 GP. It's 15 GP to buy one.
So 7.5.
Yeah.
So
7 to sell.
Since
we're out down.
7.5 to sell times 40. And then the locks
Yeah.
are actually relatively expensive. They're 20 to sell times 40. Which is in the hundreds.
okay.
Also in the castle, with that 32 perception, you do notice most of the banners are gone, but you do notice a little banner in one room that's being held up, and you catch that the rod that it's being held on isn't actually attached to anything.
It's like floating.
It's floating, and it's not high enough that you can't get up to it.
Can I detect magic?
Certainly, you do detect magic.
1d20 plus, let's see what my spellcraft is. It's 7, I think. 7 it is. 24
It's an
spellcraft.
It is an immovable rod.
Immovable.
Oh,
Cool. Can I look that up? Because I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
An immovable rod is a metal rod that has a button on it, and you press that button, and it clicks in, and the rod won't move. It will defy gravity. It will just stay wherever it is.
it's a rod with spatial locking.
Yeah,
Fucking great.
yeah, pretty expensive too.
Yeah, early on.
And how can you deactivate it? So we can take it with us.
Press the button
There's a
again.
button.
Okay, so we press the button again.
It's sort of like a pin, like press in, press out.
Okay.
Um.
So I find the pin, I guess.
Yeah, and like I said, there's just endless like bits and baubles. Like pretty much, even like there's even like planks of wood, some various basic tools.
Would I be able to do survival checks to try and get some of the bridge repaired? At least like close the hole a bit, so make it like a 5-foot gap instead of 10.
You could do that. You would have to stop and spend some time doing it. So that's your choice.
How long exactly?
Hours?
I think we're like done marching for today. Right? Since we assume we're gonna rest here. What time is it?
It is. I did actually say it's about halfway through the time you would spend marching. It would, if from an efficiency standpoint, you wouldn't stop.
So from efficiency standpoint, we should keep moving. Okay, then we should keep moving.
All right. So you move northwest, and when you come to the Skitter Mounds, you're just on the eastern edge of them. They're basically a series of hills, which, like I said, are notable for being inhabited by Ankegs. And I'm gonna move to new place, and I'm gonna reveal.
Are you requesting a perception check?
Not so much as I'm just trying to asking how you guys are arranged.
So I'm gonna be behind Landier as well. So.
Hide behind the big orc. I get it.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm in front too.
I was making a joke.
So wherever we're facing, I'm behind. God damn it. Guys, don't. God damn it. I probably even have more HP than you, Landier.
Probably.
We need more
Yeah, he
space.
Oh god.
This
I'm gonna be
kind of janked itself upward, so
Okay. This is good enough.
I'm gonna be here.
Yeah.
I want to cast Shield of Faith on you whenever we get into combat. So by the way, I tell you this, if you can like delay your action until I cast it on you, that'll be great before you charge.
I never delay. I action whenever I can. And then I can 5-foot step and kill this.
Nah, it's not actually gonna. It was there for storage, but then you guys moved forward. So, I will, however, have you guys. I will have you roll perception.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is no good.
18. No good either.
That's way better than me.
I've got my racial bonus. Let's see how I do.
Yeah, you do hear something burrowing in the ground, as though toward you.
Which side is that coming from?
From the north.
From the north.
And
okay.
so you are totally prepared when it pops out of the ground.
Oh no.
And so we're going to get, there will be no surprise round, we're going to get initiatives.
Okay.
20! Get him!
is your initiative 0?
Okay, so I'm going to
Yep.
actually clear them, so... Because it's
24
a bunch
was
of old
good.
ones, so... Yeah.
If you would add me to the turn order so I can add myself.
I don't know why you don't have the macro by now, but okay.
I didn't put any macros into this game.
Yeah, I need to fix that. I have a lot to do for that. I wasn't planning on playing today, so I was not prepared.
Glad to see you here, though.
We're not. Well,
Yeah.
not good enough for you, eh?
No, I mean, I feel like only half here, so I apologize if I'm even less here than normal.
Hey, you're doing good. I had a shitty weekend last week, so.
Yeah, it feels good, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, return to normal always does.
So, Kufoth, you do get to go first.
Wasn't there a 24?
Not anymore.
Ah, not anymore. Okay, well then I'm gonna...
And Darby, did you really get a 0? He's not here.
I'm here.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
now,
we can hear you. He's 10. He's 10 initiative.
Okay, you need to put that in.
He needs to update it. Then refresh. Okay, I'm gonna 5-foot step over here and shoot it with my heavy cross.
I was not expecting music.
20 plus it's 2. And is this a large creature, I assume?
It is large, yes.
Okay, then it's a plus 3 because of my racial bonus. 15 to hit, it's flat-foot. Or is it not flat-footed?
It is... it's not acted yet, so it is, but 15 does not hit its flat-footed.
Ah, well, I'm gonna drop my thing, and that's my turn.
Drake.
Yeah, sure, we're gonna hit it with the thing. Where's my button? There it is. Plus 5, I think. 24 touch.
24 will hit its touch.
Okay.
Roll damage or whatever.
Yeah, I forgot what the bonus was on that. Frost Ray.
Okay. That damage happens. Serena.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to move up to it. So let me
Okay.
see here. Up here.
You successfully move up to it.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to hit it.
Wow.
Now that I've got +1 rapier. 19.
That is good enough.
I've got the right numbers here. Yep, I've got the right numbers. Boom. 13. And it's magic for the purposes of DR.
Landier.
Kevin, are you with us?
Are you muted?
No, Kevin is not muted. I think he stepped away for a sec.
It's possible.
I'm gonna go ahead and have the next guy move.
Kevin
he's
just
doing
stole.
stuff.
Oh,
He probably is on the phone or something.
okay. So the first one does 12 damage. Congratulations.
Can I put my ear to the ground and listen for any other
Yes,
infestations?
you can do precisely that
This
thing.
thing. 20 plus 11. 16.
You don't hear any more, no.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll say to the party that there are no. And let's keep going. Would I be able to extract any sort of material from it with a survival, like scales or such? It seems pretty hard to hit, so it must have like really good natural armor.
I wish that was a thing in this game.
Oh, it's not a thing?
really. You need a.
Okay.
There is a feat in one of the player companions that will let you do basically that. But
Oh, well, I guess. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's not a really fleshed out mechanic. Wish it
That's
was.
okay. Yeah. Me too.
So
Let's keep going.
you come sort of. Your first day of travel concludes.
Okay. We want to set up camp, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Poppy.
Yes, I'm here. I said yes. I said uh-huh.
Oh,
well,
nobody heard it.
I didn't hear you at all. So survival check, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a difficult thing.
Okay. So here's a survival check, 23, and let's set up watch, I guess.
Sure.
Who's gonna be first watch?
I'll take
I
first
don't mind.
watch.
Okay. I'll be second watch.
I'll be
I
on
always like to be first line.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, it would make more sense for. Do we have? I don't. We have a cleric. Do we have another caster?
We have a me, but that's not that important.
I'm not sure. Is continuous rest a thing for casters?
It does not have to be continuous.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
then it doesn't matter. Then I'll go first then.
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
burn spells anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll reload my.
Yeah.
Okay. I should really stop using it actually.
As you go down, you know have some time to settle down. You'd have some dinner.
Yeah.
If you your friend would he would converse with you. He would depending on how much you seem to want to hear about it, he might tell you more about his tribe. He has a couple of really good stories of some battles he was in with them back in their glory days when they were first crusading against the other orcs.
Hmm. Go ahead, tell us the story.
I don't actually have the story.
Well, then you can't say that. You can't say I'm rolling diplomacy without saying what you're gonna say. Nah, I'm just kidding. By the way, yeah, we get it. We took a hike.
Is there anything you would bring up to or try to? Yeah, you do from his stories. You get the sense that like the lifestyle of his tribe is oddly similar to that of typical orcs, including the sort of not tyrannical, but the hierarchical nature of it and the meritocracy of it.
Fancy words for a fancy man.
The battles he describes are pretty much as brutal as any other orc-on-orc battle tends to be.
That's so insensitive. You see, we have a half orc right here. Calling him a brute. Shamed of himself.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, let's go to sleep. Unless he has something to say.
Well, he has all of that to say, but
Mud.
sort of as you know, it's the Skitter Mounds because there are mounds. There are a couple of mounds here.
Yep.
So as you kind of come up here and move yourselves up closer to where I've placed him, roll perception.
So nothing happened at night, I assume?
The night did pass without event.
Cool. Here's a perception 23.
Alright.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. My spider senses are tingling.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think any of you is gonna beat my 23.
Okay. And I'm looking something up. All right. So, I'm gonna come here. So you travel up through here. Place yourselves where you'd be. Precisely. Just yeah, it's at that point when in time for a surprise round not to occur. Actually, there will be a surprise round, but Kufoth, you will act in it. Some ambushers reveal themselves.
Who knows?
Orcs. Damn them.
Hey.
Here comes. Oh, I'm so sorry. 17. Damn, my rolls are on point for initiative, which is not very useful. Wow. Wow.
Cool.
Wow.
Lots of big numbers for initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Damn.
Okay. Still need
All right, let me add myself here.
17.
I am in.
Damn, 13's like back of the pack. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay. So the perception you needed was in fact 23.
Cool.
So I think that's just Mom who gets to act in the surprise round.
Yeah, I was way under.
Let me get your he can't even win it. So first turn. Goes to this guy. Does something. He seems to get suddenly really pissed off about something as free action. And then he's going to 5-foot step here. And he's going to attack Serena.
Okay.
That's flat-footed as well. Damn.
Yep.
Right, let's see if he beats me.
24.
Yeah, that does it.
And 7.
7 will not. 24 will.
Okay. Eight points of damage.
Okay.
Done next surprise round. Yeah. Moves to Landier.
28
28.
hits.
Is that a crit range on whatever weapon
It
there?
is not. They're using battle axes.
Okay.
8 points of damage.
All right.
So it's my turn now, and then we reset the turn. So.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do a burning disarm on this one.
Okay.
Give me a DC 17 reflex.
Okay.
He fails it. He's gonna take 3d4 fire damage, and he drops his weapon.
Okay.
He's now disarmed. 8 points of damage.
So that does not penetrate his fire resistance. Does the
What?
spell specify whether or not you still drop the weapon if you take no damage?
You rolled for it that if he didn't take damage, fire damage, then he doesn't drop it.
Yeah.
You rolled for it on the last health. game.
Yeah, because if you just are just standing there just fine from that, then you're
I
not.
didn't actually know orcs had fire resistance.
He
The roof-
doesn't. Or well, not he doesn't. Orcs don't.
Why does he have fire resistance?
Well, looking at him, he doesn't really just look like an orc. He's like all fucking pale and has tight, leathery skin and sunken eyes.
Okay, what is that supposed to mean?
He looks. I'm just gonna say he looks undead.
Oh. Why do undead have fire resistance?
Because they're undead.
This particular undead has fire resistance. They don't all.
Okay.
So it's this
Yeah,
one's
that's my turn.
turn. He is going to attack Serena once again.
Okay.
21 to your flat foot and 7 to your 5 foot.
Yeah, that'll do it.
10 damage.
Oh, whoops, the 7 was for the one thing. Okay, 1 second. Nice. Okay.
This fella here, 1, 2, 3, he's gonna attack using his great axe. This is... Okay, I don't see any statistics, so... Yeah. 15 is not good enough.
Damn.
I hear the music is echoing, I think.
Not from me.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it.
This guy is going to attack Landir. 11 and 3.
No.
Serena.
Okay, let's try to take out this dude here. I'm the only one threatening him. Oh wait, that's for damage, not the one thing. Okay, let's see here.
Is this difficult terrain by any chance?
It is impassable.
Oh.
Does that confirm?
It does.
Okay, let me get this all down here. 20 damage. Magic.
He's gone.
Nice. And last part of my turn, I'm going to move to flank.
Okay. Landir.
Maybe move over here to flank.
Flanking either way.
Yeah, but he would provoke if he did your thing. Come on. Landir.
Not really.
Flurry. Second one has a chance. So I think
Alright. 23 hits, yeah. So 10 damage. Is there anything you want to tell me about that damage? Oh,
it is bludgeoning. Oh, it's piercing. Sorry, it's piercing.
piercing. Okay. And Darby, I'm not gonna take it back, but I made a small mistake. That guy actually should have had his damage reduced. The damage from your attack should have been reduced, and actually it would have made the difference. But I'm not gonna bring him back.
Okay.
And same thing here. This guy, the damage he takes is reduced. Kufath.
I am going to... Let's see what we have. I'm gonna do a... Gonna cast...
Can you do knowledge for damage reduction?
Yeah, can I do that? Religion would work, I think, because they're undead.
Yeah, religion will help.
There you go. 14. Not good enough, I assume.
10 plus CR, so yeah, I'm actually gonna say that you will figure out. So these guys are not, but have abilities similar to Juju zombies. And that means they have DR5, magic, and slashing. They have fire resistance 10, they are immune to cold, electricity, and magic missile.
Cool.
Good to know.
Good to know indeed. I'm gonna cast shield on you and you.
Okay, I can use it.
I mean shield of faith.
Right.
So you have a +2 deflection.
Awesome, thank you.
And that's my turn. I'm gonna move over here actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
Okay, Drake.
Okay. Let's do the thing where we hit him a few. And by a few times, I mean maybe once at all.
Is that touch?
Yeah.
You actually have a decent chance. So let's see, with just the dex and even yeah, that does hit touch.
Ooh.
They are raging, so
Take 8.
8 what?
Cold.
They're not gonna do that.
They have immunity to cold as well.
Your guy hits. Does 8 points damage. Their guy does not like being flanked, so is gonna step here and go after Serena, the one he's already damaged. $21 and 4.
Okay. So I'm taking 12 in total?
No, you're taking 10 in total.
Okay.
If a 21 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does. Well, wait. I'm no longer flat-footed, right? Wait, no. Yeah, it would still. Yeah. Okay. 10.
Serena.
Well, I'm at 0.
Oh.
You guys gonna keep me up if I make an attack?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Gonna cast stabilize on you as fast as I could.
Will my attack land before I fall?
You're not down. You're staggered.
Ah. Darn it, I'm thinking of the 3.5 rules.
You need to actually take more damage. Crit threat.
Natural 20.
No confirming, but you still hit.
Drop it once. 12 damage.
Still up. Landier.
5-foot step and flurry.
Okay. Hurry.
That's gonna
The
be
first one hits, yeah.
23.
Gets rid of him.
Good job. I'm gonna cast stabilize on him immediately.
That
He's-
will have no effect.
Oh,
He
okay.
seems healing.
Oh, well, I'm gonna give a channel, I guess. How much are each of you down?
I'm down 8.
And
I'm down
you?
28.
Oof, oof.
Nice. I'm gonna slash roll. 2d6. Here's a channel for you guys.
Hey,
8
exactly what
for
I needed.
each. And I'm gonna give you some cure light wounds from Darwin. Our lovely one.
Yeah, all to Darby. I don't need anything.
Yeah, 1d8 plus 1. Darby, you receive 7.
Okay.
And another 7, that's 14. And you need 6 more, I assume.
No, I need 14 more. I'm down 28.
Yeah, 28. You received an 8 from my channel of energy. Then a 14. then a 3, then a 2. You're down 1
I'm
point,
good.
whatever.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
So we have crossroads here. Do you guys want to do one more? Or do you want to stop?
I don't know. How do you guys feel?
I can do one more.
Yeah, I can do one more.
Sure.
Yeah, all right.
By the way, Kevin, I took the liberty of editing the wand of the charges of the wand, so don't worry about it.
Thank you for keeping track of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you continue traveling.
Oh, by the way, Kevin, you didn't add the locks that we found.
I thought
we
I
had-
did.
You added the manacles.
40 manacles and locks.
Oh, well, they're separate. But
Okay, I can do it separate.
Well, the issue is that manacles basically require locks to work.
So are the locks like part of the manacles, or are they a separate entity?
They're
'Cause
they're currently attached to the manacles. You could unattach them and use them on something else.
Okay.
Okay.
I had a specific reason for giving you 1 million of those, which you will discover next session at some point.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
So no selling until further notice.
Not until you get back to you won't get back to town prior to when this comes up.
Right.
It's
Yep.
just I'm trying to add in more problem-solving type challenges, and there's a particular. It's just one of the solutions I embedded to one of them.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. Let's go. So what happens after this? Do we keep going?
You're traveling, and at this, as far as the grid is concerned, you're headed left now.
Okay. Whee! Guys, let's position ourselves.
Oh,
Holy shit, though.
Cool.
You see the guy. You do see the guys perched. So basically, this guy here
Landir, get over here.
is basically
Yeah.
perched on top of that, on the edge of that crater. And all three of them, similar to the last guy, they look,
Undead?
they basically look undead.
Oh, okay.
But unlike before, this guy is going to stop you and say, "Stop. Are you aware that you're in Skittering Ravager territory?"
Be quiet, filthy abomination. I hate undead because of Serenray.
Yeah, you're working with one.
No.
We're working with an undead? Who's an undead?
Nope.
Isn't he?
No.
No.
Not in the slightest.
What? Have you been drunk this whole session?
Maybe.
Did you drink a mimosa with the omelet?
I'll go
It's
ahead
an
and,
initiative.
I'll go-
Initiative. Yay.
I'll go ahead and get the numbers up, but I'm not.
wow. This is the exact opposite. Everyone is rolling shit for initiative this time.
Yo.
Let's hope Poppy also. God.
Except for Durbo.
Well,
Good job.
Mr. The template, the Juju Zombie template gives them improved initiative for free. So, all of them
Nice.
have it.
By the way, Landia, we discussed you being in.
I'm
as
in
if you're
front too.
Terran.
Okay.
He's in front. It's fine.
God damn it.
Why?
Every time.
You're a dwarf and you're a cleric. Why do you need to be behind people?
Because I can't hit melee.
That
You have a-
doesn't mean. I mean,
I'm a
you're a
support. I'm a
cleric.
support.
You
I'm
have
a
a sword. I can see it.
I have a -2 to attack with it, dude.
You're
Then why
still
do-
a cleric. It's
You have-
fine.
Why do you have two swords if you can't even hit with them?
Dude, that's just the token.
Well, it's supposed to reflect reality. I mean, come on.
No, it isn't.
Holy shit, 23,
Well,
12,
if
and 8.
Token is how he sees his character, then his character with two swords. Why the fuck
I'm
is he
sorry.
not up front?
Dude, I googled Dwarven Cleric. This is what came up. Okay.
Right. That's what everyone. That's what everyone would do. Yeah.
And everyone but the big bad rolled shit.
And Derpy.
I rolled really good. This is my destiny. I'm
Why
going to
didn't-
fucking charge him.
Well, you have to resort the thing.
Oh man, you know, when I Google Dwarven Cleric, I see a bunch of hammers and shit.
Yeah, but I don't use
Yeah.
hammers.
Oh, Darby.
You don't use swords either, apparently.
So yeah, Darby.
have one.
You do get to go first. This last square, I'm not gonna make it difficult, right? I'm gonna let you charge him.
So my character is there's a noise that this
So
one guy
you
makes
guys
in
have
this
decided
one
he's like stops you and he's like, you're in Skittering Ravager, and you're like, nope, fuck you, stab. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
Right now.
they're undead. Undead
Okay.
equals evil.
Fair
And
enough.
my god hates undead, so I'm not gonna fucking talk about
Let's hope shit goes good here. So there's a scream that
So you kind of fizzled out there, Darby, but I will go ahead and tell you that in terms of his touch AC, that's a no.
he's
said
talking about
flat-footed.
No, it's flat-footed. I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
Okay. Well, darn, I missed. It's my turn.
So that brings about his turn, and
He's gonna 4-round attack you. 2 attacks, fucking destroys you.
he wishes he could. You actually have managed to irritate him by getting up in his face.
Oh, he's a caster. Nice.
In a matter of sorts, but he's not gonna provoke from you. He's just going to use a. He's just going to step here and use a melee attack.
Okay.
He will miss. This guy. 4, 5. Yeah, I can do that to get into flank, so he's going to go ahead. He is wielding a falchion. That is a plus. Okay. Let me check if he has power attack. That is the wrong step block. He does not have it. And it should be still higher, and that's a crit threat.
Indeed. That doesn't confirm, but he hits.
Won't confirm. So with his falchion, that is 2d. Okay. 8 points of damage. This orc is gonna charge forward, and he holds up his great axe, and he just goes at this guy's. He's basically trying to chop his head off just from the outset. And 16 is good enough. And that is, and yeah, that'll do 6 points of damage, and he collapses into undead dust. This guy seeing not you but me kill his friend, is immediately like, fuck you, buddy. And crit threat.
Confirm
That
that,
is
so-
going to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that confirms. I will double
Especially
check.
with the -2 from the charge. He has a -2 from the charge as well.
Yeah. So that is going to be. $15 points of damage.
Is our friend down by any chance?
Nah, he had more than that.
Okay, cool.
Drake.
Okay. Let's move around a little bit. We're gonna move to there and try and tag the big guy.
Okay.
19 touch.
19 will, I think, touch him, yeah.
Okay. Take 9. Cold.
He doesn't seem to take any.
Okay.
Landier.
Okay. Charge to the big guy.
Okay.
Single attack +2 to hit.
Yes. On 10 damage, that will be reduced. So,
Okay. Do I feel like at least some went through?
yeah, he did take damage.
Okay, yeah, that's all I'm looking for. Yeah, that's good.
Kufoth.
I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my movement. And I'm gonna channel positive energy. Should help them because they're undead.
Alright, roll.
And should heal my friends as well, right?
It's
It will
either
do-
or.
You get to pick one.
Ah, well, I'm gonna harm them then. 2d6.
All
Give
right.
me a will save. Is it half my level? And
Half level
modifier?
plus Ka.
Wisdom, you know what I mean?
No, it's
It's
charisma.
charisma.
Oh, it is. Then let me see what.
It is most definitively
it's-
charisma.
So it's. It's like I'll look it up. Channel positive energy undead.
It is definitely
Okay,
charisma.
so it's 10. Is my level 1 or 2?
You are
I
level
mean,
2.
half my level is 1.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
half your level is 1.
Okay, so that meets the DC.
What's 11
One
plus
of them-
charisma? What's your charisma score?
It's 2 modifier.
So it's 13. Then is the
13.
DC.
So this guy meets it. This guy does not. So he takes
Okay, so
8.
this guy doesn't take. This guy does. And that's my turn.
Serena.
Okay. Let me see here.
It's weird how
Um,
positive energy you have to pick if it harms you. Just
Well-
be a burst of positive energy. If it's undead, it harms them. If it's living, it heals them.
No. It's you're targeting differently. Effectively.
Well, you're not targeting, you're just channeling, you're just bursting energy out of yourself.
That's a no.
That ends my
I see
turn.
what you mean. Like with mass cure light wounds, you can do both. So I see what you're saying.
He is going
Right.
to engage in a tactical retreat. This is a full retreat, so doesn't provoke from Landier.
But
Darby,
provokes from
yeah, Darby, you do get an AOO there.
Okay.
Come on,
That'll
with
hit him.
me. Good job.
Only one threatening, so that turns into that. Boom. 9 damage. Magical.
Okay. It is reduced. Four. And he disappears behind the thing.
Behind the what?
Behind the crater.
Okay, so we have to move over here to actually be able.
This guy seeing that is gonna be all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double move there. He's like, he's over here, guys. Drake.
No shit, Sherlock.
Okay. 30 gets me there. Can I fire on him?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Nope. Next.
Landier.
Okay. It's 20 feet. 45 feet. What's my... I got that orc bow. I will use that. So I have to switch weapons. That would take too many actions probably, though.
You can drop whatever you're holding.
As a free
move,
action.
And yeah, as a free action, move and switch weapons along with the movement, and then attack as a standard. If you can, with a single movement, get to a place that you could hit him from.
Yep, I can do that. That will... And it will be at minus... And -4 for this round.
Yeah.
For,
The fact
then I
that he's in
can...
melee.
Yeah. Ranged is +6. So 20.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, 20 hits. I didn't take the -4. I forgot that. So it's
Let me check
2d6.
then. 20 is good enough. Yeah.
Okay, it's 2d6 +5 since I got my full. Oh, +4. You said I think it was the strength rating.
Let me check something.
I could have moved more. I only moved 20 feet.
Yeah, then. Okay, then. So, go on. 2d6 +4.
Yeah. $11 damage. Piercing.
Fuck. Wait, nope, I'm wrong. He is still up. I remember when he moved, so I don't need to... Kufoth.
Does he have the fire resist?
He does. Yes, he does have the same fire resistances, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Is he an orc?
He counts
He
as an
considered
orc, yeah.
an orc. Okay, so I have a +1. 1d20 +3. This is a heavy crossbow.
No.
6 does not hit. God damn it. Rolls. Yeah, that's my turn.
Serena.
You
Okay.
removed him from the turn order.
Yeah, he went after Serena, though.
Yeah. Just so you know.
Okay. Is this a pit right here?
Yes, and if you see how the sides slope up. So, you have to go around
I'm
it.
gonna have to. Yeah. I think I can get around and then
This
attack.
square also is impassable.
Crap. All right.
1, 2, 3. It looks to me like you need a double move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I'll double so that way I can cut off his escape.
Brings us to his turn. He will 5-foot step, and he's gonna do a thing on himself.
Can I spellcraft?
No, it is not a spell.
Okay. So what did he do exactly?
He healed himself
With what?
with something
Potion?
other than a spell. This guy's turn. 5-foot step in here. Miss. Drake.
All right. Is this valid space?
Yes.
Or what is-
Yeah.
Okay. that. Should. Is it alt? Yeah, it's alt. I've got precise shots. That
You're still shooting through an allied square. That said, in terms of his touch, if we take away the penalty for the cover from shooting through an allied square, no, you don't hit.
Okay.
Landier.
All right. Move action to add +2 to attack and damage with martial flexibility, and then
Shoot the bitch.
it's +6 +2 is 8 -4 is 4.
Crit.
Yeah, crit threat.
No.
Don't confirm.
2d6 +6. Ah.
Okay. Is there anything you want to tell me about this damage?
Just piercing
Okay.
and bad rolls.
Kufoth.
1, 2, 3, 4. Whole person on him. Give me a DC 17 wheel.
He's not a humanoid.
Oh, wasn't he an orc?
He's an undead.
Well, I really need to read the rules. So what can I do? I'm gonna do a. I'll just do. You know what? I'm gonna do produce. I'm gonna do a sound burst. Fuck it. This 10-foot radius is gonna take. Give me a reflex save. DC 17.
That has more than one of your allies in it.
No, it doesn't. It's a 10. 10-foot. You see? This is 10. See? 2 squares by 2 squares.
It's 4.
Nobody.
It's 4 squares by 4 squares.
No. Yeah, 10-foot radius is 4x4. Basically.
It goes from a grid intersection point, and then every 2 squares adjoining that.
Well, I'm gonna put him in like a corner and put
Okay.
like.
Yeah, you
And
can do that.
Yeah.
So he needs a reflex save.
17. He has a chance to make it. Does not make it. So he takes 1d28 / roll d8, and he is stunned. 1. He takes 1 damage. I assume that doesn't even go through if he's immune to sonic damage or something.
I don't imagine can be stunned by that.
Why not?
Does it offer a fortitude save to avoid?
No,
being stunned?
it offers a reflex save if it does not. Yeah, I'll look it up. Oh, it's actually a fortitude save that he needs to make not to get stunned.
Yeah,
I'm
then
sorry, it's not a
he's immune
reflex.
he automatically succeeds at it then.
Oh my god.
Undead are sucky.
Serena.
Well, he takes 1 damage. Yay, good job, me.
I'm going to move and
Move here.
Oh yeah, fucking flank. Move and strike.
Okay.
Come on, damn it. I need to freaking hit this.
No.
Okay.
What are undead exactly if they're not person? He just talked.
They are
People
undead.
talk. It's human.
They are dead flesh that moves. They do not operate by the principles of living beings, and thus exempt from several things that would affect living beings.
Yep.
Fuck it.
He's gonna pull out a potion, drink it, and he's gone.
Well, how far can he go if he just took a single action?
Depends on his speed.
He's still in that square. Because he took a 5-foot step, he can't move, so he's still in that square.
Oh, he went like invisible, I guess.
So you can take that square and 50% mischance.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Drake. You're muted. You should know.
Yeah. He was what, in between those two before,
was,
right?
He was there.
Okay. So I'm gonna move there and try to tag him. Shoot, kind of that way.
Okay.
No.
Landier.
If a ranger has like the favored enemy, both undead and orc, would they both apply? Will they stack?
I don't think they stack.
They won't stack.
No, you if anything like overlap, you take the highest.
You would take the highest one. I would
Okay.
say they don't stack.
Okay, I wasn't sure about that, so then I won't add. So I have the ability to add favorite enemies as I need, but wasn't sure if that I could do it basically twice. So yes, I'll just rinse and repeat +4, including everything. No way.
No. Kufoth.
I'm gonna move, and as I'm moving, I'm taking a holy water, and I'm gonna spray it over here. That's a rain touch attack, and it's like I'm spraying it all over. So if damage chance is also.
So there's two elements to it. There's the direct hit and there's the splash damage. The direct hit will apply the mischance.
Okay. So 1d20. He's in. It's +3. There you go. Does that touch his touch?
Yes, but we'll also do the mischance. It does not miss on account of mischance, so you get holy water damage.
Yes. /roll. D4. 5 damage. That is holy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna remove the holy water from it.
Would the sheen allow us to track him from the holy water?
No.
Oh.
Serena.
Okay, so what square? Is he still in the same
You
square?
think he's in this square.
Okay, you go 5-foot step. And attempt to hit him. Okay.
That will hit. Mischance. You do not miss on account of mischance.
Okay. I'm not the only one threatening him, so that goes down. 12 damage.
Please kill this guy.
Yeah, really.
You got him.
Whew. Just in the nick of time.
Do we hear a thud?
Yes.
Yay.
He didn't even get to use his kinetic blast.
Oh.
Ah, that sucks. Can hate undead. What did I even? Whatever.
Cool.
This shit did.
So this is the point where you would arrive at Battle of Last Hope. I think that's a good place to do some text RP. So we'll cut off here.
Yeah.
As we,
Cool.
you mean the text RP that we always say we're gonna do, then we? Is that the text RP you mean?
It is other people's fault. When they don't.
Other people's fault.
Yes.
Other people's fault.
Other people's fault.
Try to be more proactive in it, and
I mean, I need to be more proactive about prodding people with it, but
Yeah.
I
You
will
didn't
stop
even
here.
answer me on my last question in the troubling cat thing.
We will get there.
That much is true.
Okay. While I have everyone here.